Yo, 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 yo.
What's happening, world? How we doing out there?
Everybody doing? Come on, come on. How y'all doing tonight? Come on, fellas. Yeah. Hey. We had number two. We had number
That's
two.
right.
Episode 2, people.
Yeah,
Yes. If
right.
you missed the first one, hey, we're not tripping. You here for the second one. You could be anywhere in the world, but you here with me tonight in my panel. Hey, what
And
we
I
finna do
appreciate
tonight,
you
we
for
finna
that.
start it out. How we start show, we do the roll call. I get the honors of doing that. So I'm finna okay, let me cut my computer off. I'm gonna start it off by introducing this panel we have right here, man. I'm talking about these fellas right here. Hey, listen, man. If you don't know, you finna find out. I'm gonna start right now with the first one. I mean, the hardest working man I know, man. The man behind what make this happen. Our visuals, our videos, all that, man. And I can't say enough, man. I appreciate this dude, man. You know, if I ever get in trouble, he say keep calm and fuck with a fat boy. So if I get in trouble, I know what to do. I'm gonna keep calm and fuck with a fat boy. Yogi, talk to him, baby. You here?
Say,
You all
man, call
right?
me King Kong, how I beat on my chest, baby.
Hey, you understand what I'm
What you
saying?
talking about?
And he
Big
ain't
Yogi in
saving
the
no little
building.
white women. He ain't going to save no
Hey,
little white women. He
at
a different
all.
kind of King Kong. See what I'm
At
talking about?
all. You know what
We're
I'm saying?
gonna
I'm
keep this
saving.
show going. Let's keep it going. We on to the next brother on the roll call. You heard me last week. You must, if you wasn't here, let me help y'all understand. Moses parted the Red Sea. They got Malcolm X. You have what's this dude named Farrakhan. You got all these people, but we got none other than the brother, your brother, the brother from the hood, my man T Ben. Come on, T Ben, talk to him, man. Hey, listen, we ain't got Dr. Umar, we got T Ben. Come on, bring it in. Yes,
Hey man, what's
sir.
going on, y'all? I'm TB, your neighborhood brother, checking in. Glad to be
See,
here as always.
everybody need a brother in the neighborhood. If you're in the neighborhood, you know you got a brother now. Now
That's right.
we going to the OG up there. You know what I'm saying? The one who refed the game. The one who got the best eyes in the business. He can call it before the dice stop moving. You know why? Because you have to have accountability to have quality. So with me saying that is, let me give it to quality. Talk to him, baby. Let him know what it is.
Yo. I am NAT Silent E, aka Quality.
Quality. Yes,
Hey,
sir.
show
Yes,
number
sir.
two. Show number 2. We in here.
Hey, man. And if you don't know, listen. I ain't gotta say it. Y'all know who it is. It's Rich Blackman. My name said all. I'm trying to be rich and a black man. And my hashtag is world greatest. Shut your mouth. You know what I'm saying. Hey, we here, y'all. Let's go. Let's go, man. Let's go. Yeah, man. How was y'all
Okay.
weekend? How was the week? How the weekend? Anybody feeling? Hey, everybody ready? You
My
got your
Most
cups
weekend was
definitely,
full.
awesome.
man.
You
I had
got
an
your cups
awesome
full.
weekend. The Texans
Okay.
won. Texas won. Yeah, Rockets won. I'm all over the place, man. I'm a happy
I
man.
see.
I'm a happy man.
I'm. You know what? I'm glad you're gonna kick it off with your segment of sports, but we could talk about how the Texans did the 49ers. Oh, we didn't play them this week. My bad.
Yeah, man. That
I must saw a rerun on the NFL Network. I'm sorry. I just
the
thought we
age
had. I
showing.
thought we
The
got
age
2 of them.
showing.
I thought we could
The
play y'all
age.
every week. Our record might be a little better. I'm not saying nothing. That ain't me now. That is not me
Yeah.
saying.
You
Okay.
you de- you you definitely own one right now if you think y'all record better.
Okay.
Hey man, we coming though. We coming.
Hey, he
Okay.
started it. Y'all on the other side. We ain't worried about y'all till later on.
See, okay. Oh, hey, we here. Quality. What you gotta do, baby? Go on, kick it out, man. It's on you. Your
All
word.
right, y'all. So we finna get this party started, man. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, fellas. First things first, we're gonna give a moment of silence for my Mr. Main Man, Rodney Rogers. He passed away on November 21st, which was Friday. He was an alumni of Wake Forest College. He played in the NBA. He played for several different teams. I'm not sure if y'all are familiar with him, but he was one of those hard-nosed players. Something like a Draymond Green type player, but more without the attitude. Very nice guy, very much respected, but you knew not to mess with him. Dude had arms of steel. In his before his passing, he had a terrible accident that made him a paraplegic. Did I say that right, y'all? Okay, yeah. I'm sorry if I didn't, but paraplegic to where he was wheelchair bound. Even in that asset, this man still went around talking to the youth, talking to people, trying to uplift them despite what his situation was. When you tell me things like that, I see Black history right there alive in the making. And I, for one, am a very respected person of Mr. Rodney Rogers, former NBA player. Moment of silence, if y'all will. Our hearts go out to the family of Mr. Rogers. And if I'm not mistaken, his daughter is a coach. So wish her the best on everything that she's got on. He's got 2 daughters, if I'm not mistaken. But our prayers go out to that family. May he rest easy. Okay, moving right along. We're going to start with the Almeda Crawford team. Mr. David Jackson. He is the head coach of the Crawford Fort Bend ISD team, which is still in the playoffs currently. The only team from Fort Bend still in the playoff. David Jackson, he is now the coach of the week. That is the reason why we're highlighting this gentleman. He had a big win last week, and he's got another one this week coming up this week where he's going to be playing Friday night at 7 o'clock. It's going to be kind of distant, so more than likely you're going to have to travel if you're going there. When you get to this round of the playoff, I mean, we out there. We moving along. Good luck to the Crawford Mustangs, and hey, go get them, guys. All right. Special shout out to T-Ben. Because I'm about to mention these goddamn 49ers. What a heck of a job they did last night. Hell of a job they did last night. We got to get off the screen. We got to get I had to get off the screen.
Hey, Rich. You don't dislike the 49ers that bad. You don't dislike us that bad. Come on now. You more concerned with the AFC, man, the Jaguars or somebody. Maybe the Cowboys, maybe.
Exactly. The Broncos. I'm worried about
the Broncos.
Don't worry about their defense and their offense came together and put on a spectacular game, making old Bryce Young look just like what he was, a rookie that wasn't ready to be out there with a veteran. So, hey, shout out to the 49ers, man. They put in the work.
It was a sloppy win, man. It was a sloppy win. The offense, Brock Purdy, he threw them 3 picks. He did bounce back decent, with the check downs, but it happens. But hey, we got the job done. Defense did their thing. That's what matters.
And I think you forced them into a lot of picks too. So old Bryce didn't look good out there. Y'all did him bad. He didn't look like a lower level quarterback.
We appreciative of their trash offense that they got, man, because their offense was terrible.
Yeah.
So we'll take it.
Look, T-Ben, I have to agree with you. And this could go on in life. You have to take your wins when you get them. You know what I'm trying to say? Because we don't know how the win going to look. We want it pretty. We want 300 yards and 200 yards, 100 and some yards rushing. We want all that. But a win don't always look like that. I learned that from watching the Eagles. Jalen Hurts and them. They just win. It ain't no certain type of way. It just happened. Even Patrick Mahomes and them. They just win. So that's just part of football.
Interesting you said the Eagles, because that's the next one on my deal here.
Lord.
The Cowboys.
As
much as this pains me, y'all, this really pains me. And I'm going to try to go quick with this one, but I ain't going to lie, I can't be quick because I got to give a shout out. First things first, Cowboys, big comeback win on Sunday against the Eagles. I cannot lie, it was an amazing game. A young man from Elijah Craig, what's his name? Yo, you remember his name? Elijah? the Craig, don't worry about it. He played for the Cowboys on special teams. This guy made an amazing play to save the game, caused the fumble, allowing the Cowboys to get to the field goal, to kick the game-winning field goal, to take them to the win in overtime. First things first, though, what you want to recognize about this, or what I want to say, is we want to give Jerry Jones a little credit here, because everything that Jerry Jones did, at one point, we thought he was crazy when he gave up that boy. We thought he was crazy. We thought that Jerry Jones had lost his mind. He too old. He too this. He too that. It's paining me to say this, y'all, because I can't stand him. But this was a great deal. And Jerry Jones looks like a genius right now, because this team looks really freaking good. This Cowboy team looks really good. So
thank you, Yogi.
You said they look good?
They look good. I'm not going to lie.
Hold on. Can I just say something?
Yes, sir.
Read the bottom line. Fuck the Cowboys.
Okay, then. Okay,
I like
then.
that. I like that.
I like it too. I like it too. But unfortunately, they did win, and we got to give them their credit.
Hey, a broke clock is right twice a day.
Yeah, you right on that one. You right on that one.
But now,
maybe this will make y'all smile a little bit better. How about them goddamn gone? Houston Texans came out in our battle red on Thursday night. Came out there and did that thing we did. Defense looked extraordinary. That was probably the best performance the defense had given us all year. It's definitely got the city hyped up, and it's definitely got us talking. But in the back of that talking, we got some whispers, guys. We got some big whispers. Gonna be something that might be a future topic, but a little touch on moment right now. Davis Mills is the starting quarterback for the Houston Texans, and it is rumbles out there that some are saying keep Mills in, because ever since Mills has been in, we have been winning. Keep Mills in. Let's try out fit. I don't know if I'm an advocate of that, but I mean, those whispers are out there. Could be something that we might look into later.
You gotta look at
Hey, man.
A team only go far as their quarterback.
Yeah.
And the quarterback don't have to be good. He have to be tough. He have to be a leader. And you got to make the guys believe. You understand? What you saw from the Texans and what you saw from the Cleveland Browns this weekend, you saw two defenses that told the quarterback, we ain't gonna let them fuck over you. We gonna stop them. You just go down and get the money. We gonna rob the bank. Y'all just go get the money.
Get the money.
Did that. You gotta compliment your defense. And right now, Houston, our quarterback ain't mentally tough or physically capable of doing what it's gonna take. Because we don't need a good guy. We need a guy gonna get the job done. You see what I'm saying? Because he's a good guy, and I don't want to, say he's sorry, he ain't this. It's just that we need a tough guy right now, because we finna go into some tough times. Your quarterback got to be the ship. They got to believe in him, and if they don't believe in him, And Miles Davis, he is a backup, and that's what he gonna get you back up to. When you get in the playoffs, it ain't no more nothing but one game, one plan, and everything is on you. It look different then, because the whole game is about you. So
but he ring got for a couple of wins, and now they ready to just rid of CJ Stroud, bro. Davis Mills starting the quarterback before this CJ came in?
Absolutely.
Yes, he lost his job.
Where the fuck was he at then?
I mean, let's give credit to what credit is due. He was young back in them days. He kind of grown a little bit, matured, got a little bit better handle on the offense. So I mean, we're gonna give him a little credit, but I don't think that I'm advocating for him to be the starter. I'm not. I'm still the CJ Stroud train. That's me. I'm gonna roll with it. I like this young man. I think that he is capable of doing the same type thing. So that's just my opinion on it. But
I got a question.
Yeah.
Why the fuck we can't have quarterback luck like all these other teams do? It seems like we get a player come in, man, and he'll be good off starting off. And then he just shit. You know what I'm saying? He just shit the shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't have quarterback success drafted, you know what I'm saying, to take us where we want to go. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, like the other teams that get a quarterback, and them motherfuckers come in and be, man, look at the Patriots, for instance. Man, Drake May is a second-year quarterback. This nigga's over there balling.
Okay,
Yeah.
but that
Best
second
record in
year.
the NFL
Next
right
year,
now.
he might have a bad year, off year next year.
Yeah.
So he can
He
go
ain't
either
having
way.
one this year.
Hey,
Okay, DJ Stroud didn't have one the first year.
That was the
not the
first year.
second year. Not the
No.
second year.
So come on now.
The
You
second
and
year,
your
Rich, come on, Rich. He did have a fucked up second year, bro.
it
He got. I
wasn't
mean,
fucked
That was
up.
on his
It
ass,
wasn't
no.
man.
fucked up.
No. Only thing happened the second year he lost all the receivers, and he still drug them to the playoffs. So that's what they was. I watched the little stats on that. Now this year he coming in, he was but the thing is, I see where football going. Football is going in the direction of baseball. Trust and believe me when I say this. They're gonna have 3 bad quarterbacks. So if one of them fucking up, they gonna pull them like in baseball and put another one because they want instant success. See, football was more you gotta let it cook like gumbo. You let the quarterback stand at 3, 4, 5 years, and then you get to going. They not trying to hit that now. You got 1, 2 years, you ain't got, bring that next one up. Bring the next. So that's what they finna do. They finna stack these quarterback rooms, these running back rooms, because they're trying to get instant success. They're not trying to cultivate no talent. Either you're gonna come in, own it, or you're gonna leave. And that is the environment of the world. Even with music. You remember we used to have artist development. Now you gotta come ready to go. That's the
So you
way
think
this
they
world is
gonna
working,
so
sir.
they gonna thought they're not gonna pay quarterbacks as much anymore then?
Because that's gonna be the issue.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
How they paying?
that's gonna be on the agent and them. I'm just saying for efficiency and wins and to get to progress the game. I think that's the direction they going because you gotta look at it. They can hold a goddamn quarterback on his rookie. You get your 2 good rookies. You can hold them on that rookie contract for 4 years, like they got Shador. If they don't have no fame or popularity, get no jersey sales, they gonna take that little 3, 4 million for them years.
Hmm.
And then guess what? After 3, 2 of them may be good. You pay one, trade another one, and get your 2 more in there behind the one good one you got. You see what I'm saying? Them GMs been a deal like baseball. I can see
So
it
can
coming.
I? All right. So can I ask a question about that? And I'm not trying to
Yes, sir. No, go ahead.
make it a race thing, right?
Okay.
But that situation look like it applies to more black quarterbacks than it would to white quarterbacks. White quarterbacks can go in that bitch and stink up the building for 3, 4 years, and they won't even think about letting this man.
See, but that's why I
But
say
then you
the
got, but hold up, but then you got quarterbacks like Shador that come in the first game and thrown to the motherfucking lines, then and expect to
yeah.
perform when he ain't even ran with the first team. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I
See,
promise y'all that's my next one.
we're
We
gonna
going
go.
into that one that should do up,
I,
but keep going.
I'm gonna just answer. I'm gonna just say that why I say that, Yogi, and I'm not saying that they gonna throw them to the side or anything. It's just that with that process, we're gonna find good quarterbacks because it's gonna be all about your play and not your pay. You see what I'm trying to
Mhm.
say? Like Shadur, he not getting the play. He ain't talking about no money. Right now, he ain't worried about no money. He just want to play. You see what I'm trying to say? Now they making the white man that switched it or the teams that switched it to where we ain't got to play you. We'll get you and sit your ass down, and that hurt them because you come in this game to play. You want to play. You want to play. So that's why I say they gonna let the white. They used to let the white quarterbacks cook, but I think they done lost hope since Josh Allen and Joe Burrow and all the white quarterbacks they waited on didn't work. Pittsburgh threw all their eggs in the basket on Aaron Rodgers, and he hurt. So that's what I'm saying. You're gonna have to have because a backup in the NFL look like a good job now. Half the teams are starting quarterbacks high. So you need to have a good quarterback room or something. I'm just thinking that to me. I think that's gonna be the future move because you see, and one other difference before I leave this topic, you have women involved now, like in Utah. I mean, like in the Colts. You
Indianapolis.
got you got Bob now in Texas. His wife, the one bought into the H Town culture with the slabs and the key and the change the colors to the blue. She bought into that, not her husband. And he followed her. So that's why I'm saying the more these women get their little voice, watch, because they tedious. That's why she was asking them, why we paying him and he don't do nothing? She asking them at the coach that shit in their face. Why he getting paid and he study messing up? Why this? I'm like, see, women don't understand it. So they gonna ask a different type of question. You know, it's men like he just had an off game. She don't understand that. She's saying your job is to do this, and if you can't catch it, you know. So it's the football gonna change. Trust me, it's gonna change. I don't know which way, but it's coming because people want
Well,
Quality,
instant
go ahead.
success.
let's go with
Go
that.
ahead and flow on the Shador.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go to that particular situation right there. So Mr. Shador threw for over 200 yards passing.
Mhm.
He also had a 66-yard touchdown reception from one of the receivers that he threw to. I mean, phenomenal game for this young man. Phenomenal. Despite all the bad hand he was dealt, this man still strived in his opening opportunity. He did amazing job, y'all. He did amazing. I think a lot of us watched that game, but if you didn't, you should have. And it should give the Cleveland Brown fans a whole lot of hope and a whole lot of light at the end of that tunnel that they know they probably could be getting through it. Uh-oh. I don't know what happened there, Yogi. It's all good. So with that being the situation, y'all, I want to ask y'all, are we crowning Shador too fast, or is this time well deserved for him?
So I think my personal thoughts on it is this, bro. I think we are self-consciously a victim of the last name too. Because of that last name, we just think, oh man, this D kid, he gonna go in there, he gonna do this and that, right? But we all seen this over the years of the NFL, bro. Like you gotta go in there and go through them growing pains. Tom Brady wasn't Tom Brady when he first got in the league. He got his ass popped around a little bit before he became who the fuck he was, right?
Mm-hmm.
Joe Montana, Steve Young, Matt Stafford. Look at the motherfucking career Matt Stafford had before he even got one ring. You know what I'm saying? So you got to go through that gauntlet of the NFL, bro, to be who you really supposed to be. I think we crowning him too early because of that last name, man. We got to be real about the situation. And yeah, man, of course, man, you know, the black kid, you want to see the black kid win and all that. That's true, right? But you got to give him that time to do that because he's going to have growing pains. This week, they pronounced him a starter this week. They play the
Niners.
they play,
Oh, we got an easy game this week, y'all. Yeah, Cleveland might go 40.
hey,
I'm
look.
just saying.
We
I'm not. I don't know who they
we
playing. Who they playing this week? I'm just saying.
we you a
He
Browns fan?
trolling. He trolling right now, TB. He trolling.
I
I
know.
thought you said the
I,
Texans. My bad. My bad, man. My bad.
I gotta remember. Sometimes I gotta remember, man, that we got a
I'm
senior
old.
citizen over there that don't be forgetting everything.
Yeah, I'm old. I
Senior
forget.
citizen. Oh, we
Yeah,
took it
yeah.
down.
I got my AARP card. He ain't told you nothing wrong. I got
Hey man, he know the record. He don't know who they playing. I mean, he thought last week. Hey man.
That's a touch of dementia right there, huh? That's a touch of dementia. Yeah.
Let me give you a little pushback, Yogi. Though I know you didn't make it a race thing, and I don't think any of us are. But I think it is fair to say you just mentioned the quarterback that's over there in Patriots. What's the name? Mayo, right? Drake May. Okay, this kid will have an opportunity to work with the starters from day one. He's had an opportunity to be a part of the rotation as far as in the quarterbacks from day one. Now, new coach did come over there in the Patriot land and maybe assert himself to where he made it official that kid was going to be the starter. But what Shador had to go through in his journey to get to where he's at right now, he was set up to fail. He wasn't given the opportunities that young man was given. And that is the question right now, or the reason why you have to ask, why was he set up to be like, is it fair for us to crown him right now? Or should we be waiting to crown him? And the reason why go ahead.
Nah, go ahead.
The reason why I was saying that is because he was put in a situation to where he wasn't supposed to be successful. He was put in that. They tried to make him not successful, yet this man still came alive and did his thing out there. That's why I give him the credit that I give him. But go ahead.
Hey, so I watched the Shador interview before, and he said, he was raised in the. I think T. Dot put in the group chat where he said he was raised in a 30,000 square foot home, but his daddy took him to the inner city to play football. Dion basically showed him, yeah, you got this life of luxury, but I'm instill some dog in you. That dog in him is what made him be resilient to the bullshit that he's going through. Not saying that he's not going through no bullshit because we all see it. It's in 4K in front of us. You know what I'm saying? But what does what they put him through got to do with his greatness? He haven't done nothing to show any greatness yet.
That,
His resilience can play a part of that. But right now, as far as him playing the game, we ain't got no tape on it. You see what I'm saying?
can I chime in?
Yeah.
I'm on the other side, y'all. Let me tell you why I'm saying this. I'm with you, Yoga, and I see it, but this is where I'm gonna use my third eye. This me on my bullshit when I say this. What I mean is we all just seen the movie. We know he the prince. When you know somebody the one, we don't, it ain't like we it's like it's already in us. We know he the one. That's why the people want to see him. And the more you see him, you'll understand. We're not giving him nothing that he haven't already was already ordained for him. That started in JUCO. I mean, over there at Jackson, where he shined and got two. Then he went to Colorado to a white program. They say they weren't gonna do nothing, and they beat motherfucking the first TCU the first time he came out. That was unbelievable. So what I'm saying is, and I'm not being religious and that, but what God got for you, he got for you. And I know that boy got something for him because everybody believe in him and ain't seen nothing. That's how you know the one. If you saw the Matrix, that's what he was trying to tell him. He ain't got to show me nothing. I know he the one. And your belief in knowing him being that's what he gonna become. And we already crowned him because of his daddy, like you said. His daddy is like our king. He our number one. So his son, the prince, he gonna be the number two. And as a people, it ain't never too early to crown our kings and queens who we want to be. We want this dude to be great. We gonna crown you. You know what I'm saying? Don't let us down. That's all we ask out you. Don't let us down. Don't be on a train track with a white girl and your nose dirty like Michael Jordan's son. That ain't nothing bad. I'm just saying, you show your daddy proud, man. You know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of ways out here it could be going. So for him to get his first start and win and break a record that he wasn't even trying to break, that I know they didn't give a damn about, but it happened to be a record. The first starter rookie Brown quarterback to ever win a game. That show you his path. That's just a little accomplishment with one game. That's confirmation from somewhere we can't see to let you know he the one. So we've been crying for him, and they gave us a glimpse of him messing up a little bit last week, and then this week he go put 24. Man, listen, man, I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to be religious, but I know God, he will do it.
Rich, you want to stop taking shots at you being on the slide, man.
I'm preaching. I'm gonna preach right now. I'm at church, y'all. That's why God, he sit high and look low, and he knew Shadur needed one more tune-up game to show his greatness. So I don't know how the 49ers feel right there.
I mean, you calling the 49ers a tune-up game?
That's a tune-up game. That's a tune-up for him.
Oh, heck no. Heck no, T-Ben. Go get him. Go get him.
No,
Rich, you gotta be real with
that ain't
yourself,
me.
Rich.
That's
Rich, you
got
gotta
listen. I'm
Rich,
out
you
of.
gotta be real.
I'm just out of. That's I'm seeing that. But what I'm getting at is, the Texans only got a number one defense because they stopped Josh Allen, the white Jesus, the one they just know the one. The way we beat him up, you win off of determine how they look at you. By us beating Josh Allen, who they thought Buffalo was just and we was out of there, that they got Texans at number one. So now they got him going in here to the 49ers. This will be if he's ready or not. Because if he don't get by the 49ers, they're going to say he's not ready. But if he have a good showing and win, hey, it's all good. And trust and believe, I know them 49ers not. Shanahan ain't trying to let them win nothing. He don't care about his daddy, his uncle, because he a three generation. So
come on,
that,
T-Ben.
Well, you know, that's
tell me something, T-Ben. Tell me Rich ain't
so yeah, that's most so just as far as I get to the the game part in a minute. You know, I'm gonna let that marinate for a second. I'm gonna let Rich think about what he think I'm gonna say. But I
Don't do
say
me
this
like
much
that.
though.
Don't do me
As
like
far
that.
as like Sanders, man, I think that he got a lot of pressure on him. But not saying he can't handle it because he's been showing that he can handle the pressure. My only thing is I hope that they actually put work into developing him to allow him to shine as he should and not to where it's like he got to try to figure it out on his own without the assistance that he needs. And I hope that they're still not trying to make an example out of him. I really pray that's not what they're trying to do. Um, just to get it, just to get at Dion, you know, because it's all about getting at Dion at the end of the day. It ain't really even about Shador from my perspective. When you look at how how it went with the draft and
Exactly.
they wanted Colorado to lose every game just because of
Yes.
how he
Yes.
came in,
Yes. Yes.
and now we got to hear, and it bothers me to hear even from our own people about the nepotism. It's like, why wouldn't you want that? You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't that the goal? He
Yes.
it's not like he didn't work to get to where he was at. So I hope that they develop him and so he can really shine and show what he can do at that level. So, but now as far as the game is concerned, man, hey, look, my squad is my squad. I want to see the young man do well, but he going against Selah, and Selah is a beast of a defensive coach. So he really got to go up against our defense. We got a young defense out there. They call them the baby Niners. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens, man. But I'm gonna ride for my squad. I don't want him to go out there and necessarily fail. I want him to have a decent game, But hey, man, that's my squad, man. And right now we almost in full swing. We got a lot of players out. We got a lot of players that came back. So we'll see how it pans out. See how he can do it against that defense.
See. And do you know the more that they try to do this towards Shadur, it makes him immortal. And that's just like it go back to like biblical time. The more you try to stop him from his destiny, the more he look good at it. You think you messing over him, but you actually really turning him up on the cool. You know what I'm saying? So that this gonna be interesting.
Hey,
I
but
really
Rich,
don't think. Go ahead.
I do want to say I think that if he goes out and doesn't have a good game against the Niners, I don't think that's going to be indicative of him not being ready in a sense because
I
No, no,
agree.
hey,
no.
the Niners
I
the
agree.
Niners defense is
Yes,
tough, man. Like
yes,
everybody got
Exactly.
to
yes,
I think that when he goes against the team because right now we were 8-4,
yeah.
yeah 8-4, so 9-4, 8-4. So when he playing against a decent team and we got a tough division.
And do
Even
you
though I think
realize?
we had a very weak schedule, but thank God for that considering our injuries. But if we go against us, if he don't go out there and shine and do great, I don't think that the
No,
conversation should be that he ain't
nah,
necessarily ready
nah.
because
I
we
agree.
ain't no pushover team. At the end of the day.
At the end
But
of the
you
day,
But
I agree with
but
that.
you
I
saw
agree
how his
but
100%.
defense
but
reacted to him.
Stefanski is gonna make it seem like that. It ain't even
Yeah.
about what we think. It's about that coach. That coach, man, Dylan Gabriel is they dude. That's why they drafted him in the third round. Shadur was supposed to go on the first. We all know that shit. He got hold out the first round. They went and got Dylan Gabriel because Dylan Gabriel is their guy. They don't want Shadur to be their guy. I think I think Shadur is campaigning right now with his play to get traded to another fucking team. I don't think he's gonna be a Cleveland Brown for too long.
Cleveland ain't
Yeah, I
giving
don't
him
think he
good
want.
enough
He don't
money.
want to be. He don't want to be in Cleveland. Y'all know that.
Yeah.
Listen,
Y'all know he don't want to be in no Cleveland.
Cleveland, y'all have to realize Cleveland had to pick number 2 or 3, and they was gonna get him then. But whatever the Kahoo went in to just let him sit long, because I'm gonna be honest, y'all know you ain't gonna pass no 5 rounds on no player that was goddamn damn near
Projected
talked
to go
about
the
the
first
Heisman,
round?
the projected to go.
Yeah.
I don't care. Just for hustling purpose, you get him as trade bait. You see what I'm trying
Exactly.
to say? Because somebody
Exactly.
don't need a quarterback. So that's how I knew it was a cahoot. Because the team that was supposed to get him in the first round, they got him in the fifth. So nobody touched him, huh? And they end up still getting him after all that. So I
And
know the fix is in, but you know, I don't think the stage too big. I don't think he's not ready. And I think it's going to happen regardless whether they want it to or not because the locker room behind him. Did you see how Miles Garrett and them was acting when he was throwing them passes? They was like,
excitement,
yes, they was excited.
excitement. They
So
got a real
when your locker
quarterback back
room
there.
like that there,
Yeah.
that defense gonna come out. You see what I'm trying to say? And they gonna that's why that's the only key part about y'all. You have to look at TB. That defense gonna be at Brock. They coming. Miles and them coming. So
Yeah, we ain't worried
that's
about
where the
that no
game
more.
gonna be played at on that front line.
The
The
front
game gonna
line
be
is
on
Hey,
gonna
that.
be
last year, Cleveland last year, man. Yeah, they whooped us bad. They had the number one defense, I think, last year. They were
That's
tough.
what I'm talking about. They
We
so
found out the hard way last year. So, hey,
yeah.
man, I hear what you're saying. Yeah,
I
I'm
think
not going to take them lightly at all, But, I'm going to ride with my squad.
I think the locker
he
room
gonna
fuck
ride
with
with his
Shador.
squad.
I think the locker room fuck with Shador more than they do with the other dude, bro.
They do. It's
Yeah,
all
yeah.
about culture. It's all about culture
Hmm.
And
and
see
and,
this,
and, and compatibility. You can compatibility. He compared with the locker room. They like his energy. See, that's what people don't get. You can be a great player and have worse energy and don't get nothing out of them. And you can be a mediocre player with some great energy and be a bum. Be like, why is he still? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the energy in that locker room, they need his youthful up tempo. You know, it go back to like they say, the glory of a young man is his strength, the beauty of an old man is his gray hair. You bring them youngsters in and let them get that run in and get all that youth. Cause I know them other old niggas not. So yeah, man, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I think it's entertainment now, like wrestling. I think they all playing in our face at this point. For
Okay.
real.
All right. So I ain't gonna lie, y'all. We're gonna be moving along here. We gonna revisit this topic though, because like I say, after next week's game, we'll probably have some more to say about it. We're gonna be able to kind of figure out where his transition is going to be. So, with that being said, guys, give me 1 second here and let's hit him with it.
Yes, yes. Like,
Yes, indeed.
subscribe,
We need
share.
those likes.
Hey,
We need those
yes,
subscribes. We need those
yes,
notifications to be binging, y'all. So please,
yes,
please, by
sir.
all means, thank y'all for being here. But on the same token, let us know you're here. Let us know you're here. And hey,
Hey,
I like to talk to my comments, man. My comments ain't here yet, so I need them. I need them, y'all. Come talk to me.
hey,
With that
hey.
being said, we're gonna be moving on to Mr. T Ben.
Yes, sir. Come on, T.
Mr. T Ben.
Mr. T Ben, the neighborhood brother, my brother.
No
No,
other.
it's your neighborhood, brother. Get it right, brother.
Yes. Everybody
I'm
need a
sorry.
brother.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Hey, yeah, do we have a video to put up?
You want the masculinity first, right?
Yeah. That's wrong with that
All right.
one, man.
All righty.
Reese, you deal with a lot of grief. Like I think about, Brother Paul Wall.
Hours I get, I'm doing the best I can. There is no press release. There is no co-star.
Reese, you deal with a lot of grief. Like I think about, Brother Paul Wall.
Hours I get, I'm doing the best I can. There is no press release. There is no co-star.
No longer than that.
It was supposed to be, but
Yeah.
they get the point.
Go on,
Yeah,
introduce it,
so
T-Ben.
y'all, so in the clip, this is the older interview. Some reason somehow or another it popped up on my algorithm, but he was like, he started talking about the pressures he was going through, some of the stresses he'd been dealing with, and he broke down, and shed some tears. And so Charlemagne was like, "Hey man, we're gonna get him some napkin." He was like, "No, I need no napkin." He was like, "Black men cry." He was like, he looked right at the camera, black men cry. And pretty much, Charlemagne was trying to give him a hug. He gave him a hug. He was like, "So you don't cry?" He was like, "Yeah, I cry." He was like, he handed him a napkin. He threw it to the side. He's like, "I don't need it." In other words, the world need to see that black men do cry, and that he was speaking about, like when we go through things, whether it's a divorce or a grief, it's to check in on the men as well, because we human. And so I wanted to kind of bring that into like a fold of masculinity and, what's y'all's take on, men crying. and don't have to get personal, but you know, how do y'all feel about displaying crime to the world? Matter of fact, I'll just give my perspective on it. Me personally, I'm not really a crying type. While I do understand, and men do cry, and there's points in my life where I go off to myself and I shed a tear or two. Um, but my thing is, I'm human, just like everybody else, and we kind of touched on this on our last show about sometimes when you show a level of vulnerability to the ones that depend on you, even though we're supposed to understand that we all human, we all go through things. To me, there's a certain level that I'm not going to display for people to see. It's kind of like when you shoot an arrow, you can't pull it back in, and it can change. It can change perspectives. It can change how people treat you, and it may not even be a conscious thing. But when they see a certain, like I said, chicken in your armor, your perception may change. It don't always have to be bad, but it can change. So I don't think it's a mark against our masculinity. And in some cases, it can be a show of strength depending on the circumstance. But me personally, I just don't display it out in the open. I'm gonna go somewhere if I feel like I'm getting overwhelmed. Like I'm not really a crying type. Not that I can't, but it just don't. My emotions don't affect me to the point to where I actually cry, unless I'm grieving, or if it just got real tough. It takes a lot. So yeah, what y'all think about that, man? With as tying it into like masculinity for us brothers.
I, I
I'm
want me.
oh go
You want me to
ahead.
go? You can go
Yeah,
ahead
let
if you
me
want to,
let me
brother.
go, Rich,
Go
because
ahead.
I'm finna show you a
Go.
vulnerable side of me. Uh a couple of years ago, and I know you said, with stipulations to it, TB, and so I'm not saying anything for you, but I'm just gonna tell you, for me, I lost my mother. And I can't lie, I might have cried the most I ever did in my whole entire lifetime. It took me years to get over that, man. Years. And I couldn't begin to tell you how crying. I know it didn't look like the strongest man in the world, but I didn't care. I didn't care. I had to allow my feelings to be out. I had to get them out of me, because if I didn't, I felt like it would have done more harm by keeping them locked in like that. I'm not one that's going to express myself, so I'm not going to talk to nobody. I don't need no what they call the people that help you, the
Counselor,
psychological, yeah,
counselor.
counselors. I don't need all that, because they can't help me. Yeah, therapy. I've always been this type of person, and I'm not saying that everybody has to be this way. So I'm not speaking for everybody. I'm just speaking for me. Therapy can't help me, because those people are not me. So they can't tell me how to adjust or do anything. That's something that I got to do as me. So I can't allow them to, they can come in and see from the outside what they want to see, but they cannot help me when it comes to those type of things. So the crying actually helped me relieve myself, helped me get myself out of that rut that I was in. And it wasn't the most masculine thing as far as how I felt. But for me, I don't really think it's that how I felt was the problem. I think it was how others interpret the crime. So,
Mm.
and when I say others, I'm gonna be a tad bit more specific. Women. I felt like some people, but mostly a woman, could use that against you. When you're a cry, they feel that that's some sort of softness, like you're not human. Men aren't supposed to cry, and I just don't agree to that one. I don't agree to that one. I think it was the best thing that ever happened to me when I did that.
But what are we, fucking robots?
I want.
We're humans. We got emotions too.
Yes.
Yes.
Go ahead, Rich. You got it.
I don't. I was gonna say the same thing, because I told y'all when I at the first part of this year I lost my mother in February. So her birthday was Sunday. My first birthday without my mama being here. Her birthday, I mean, she not being here. So I put up a post, and my cousins and family members, they want to have a party at their house, commemorating her, because her brother, which is 5 years older, he has the same birthday. Crazy. My grandma had two kids, same day, different years. So they all celebrate together all these years. Like he 80, like 86, my mama would have been 80. So they was trying to get me to come over, and I wouldn't. But if it if if I didn't have so many people to reach out to me, I don't know how that day would have went because I grew up where you couldn't cry. You understand? So
See,
I had to fake it through the day.
yep,
I'm good, nigga. Don't worry about it. I'm good. Whole inside
yep.
toe up. My insides toe up. I'm telling
Show
y'all
up.
right now. This is my relief right now. Telling y'all they don't know this weekend. I told they like,
Mhm.
nigga, you handled that good. You all right? I kept going like wasn't nothing wrong, but something was wrong. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't here, so I understand that. But like I say, I was taught, well, you don't do that. So I find it hard and inconvenience to do it. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm not telling you what to do, but for me, at my age in the era I grew up, you don't cry. You know what I'm saying? You cry, but like you say, by yourself. I don't let nobody see me weak. I don't do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not. I'm a hold it. I'm a suck it in, and that's just in me. Now, that's not right. I believe everybody have a certain way to grieve or get their way out or do that, and that's what you do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, yeah, this shit it get difficult, and you have to think. I have to think because not only is they gone now, with am I doing right with the properties and the land? I'm trying to make everything go right to make her happy, and she's dead. She's not here, and I'm steady living my life like I got to make her happy. Let me get this house together. Let me do this like she wanted. Let me feed. You know what I'm trying to say? So my people like, she gone. You don't have to do that. But they don't understand. That's just me getting it out. I have to do this. If not, I'm gonna be like, shit. I let her down. But
Yeah.
you have to figure it out. It's times. I be in that bed by myself in the room in the house and like, damn, it'll hit me. But it's hey, I think you have to let it out. Everybody need an outlet. Everybody. It
And you
could be
know what?
walking, fishing, jogging. I don't know what it is, but and this is me being vulnerable. I'm telling y'all the truth. I'm just being honest. Everybody asks me, Sunday, you good? Whoa, whoa. I mean, people I hadn't talked to in a while because I put a post up because I had a video for one of her birthdays, and they were singing "Happy Birthday," and the people that was following me saw it and was like, man, and I was like, no, no, it ain't like that. I just have to get it out, and once I get it out, I'm good. I can deal with it, but
Yep.
so. As men, yes, I think I don't I ain't gonna say cry to but when we together, if you gotta get it out, man. You ain't gonna be looked at funny around me. I understand.
Absolutely not.
I just try to, hold it in the best I can. If I can't, I just get it out, and that's just what it is. And me, if my woman, if I can't be vulnerable around her, I don't think she needs to be around me because she can be
Bingo.
vulnerable around me. You know what I'm saying? You can be very vulnerable around me if you're my woman. I'm not gonna look at you no kind of way, but as my woman. You see what I'm saying? So, with that, I'm out y'all way, plain landed. Go ahead, what you got, Big Yogi? Let me hear your thoughts on it, man.
So these is my personal thoughts on it. I think us as men scrutinize for crying the most when we just crying for no reason, complaining. Oh man, I can't do
Okay.
I feel like that's when the man is really more scrutinized than anything. Like I said, we're not robots, we're human. So if we lose somebody close to us, I hate to piggyback off Quality and Rich, but I lost my mother too. Not gonna lie. I cried the most during that
Yeah,
time.
yeah, fucking
You know what I'm
right.
saying? But for somebody to look at you crying in that vulnerable moment for you and judge you upon that, man, fuck them. How you, man? I'm not a robot. I'm human. I got emotions too. My body, man. I wake up, put my pants on one leg at a time, like everybody else. I'm not no machine. So if I cry, I mean, in them kind of moments, man, I got to get that. But it's to me, it's more when you just a man out here and you just crying like over bullshit. Because we all taught as men, man, we don't do no crime, man. We put one foot in front of the other, keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much where it is for me, man. If you got a reason to cry, bro, like losing a loved one or somebody close to you, man, that shit hurt. That man, and to hold that in, man, you gonna fuck some shit up.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
facts,
You
facts.
gotta have that release, man. But like I said, man, if you just crying for no reason, bro, that's when motherfucker get to looking at you sideways. That's the kind of shit that had your woman judge you, looking you upside your head like, damn, what did I get involved with? You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. And y'all all got great points. And you know, to be honest, so this was 3 years ago, I want to say, maybe 4 years ago. Um, I lost an auntie, and so I got the phone call, and it was a sudden death. Like it was way out of, it was like extremely out of left field. And this is around the time where, yeah, our daughter, she was not even two, I don't think, at that point. And yeah, my wife, she witnessed me cry, man, and it hurt. At that point in time, it was traumatic because one of my favorite aunties, and beyond that, she was like she was a nurse, she was a lactician, and so she was helping out along the way, but she had never met my wife and my daughter yet, and it was like that was definitely, and she, from California, so she's in California, so it was a circumstance where like, man, I couldn't wait to go to California so that everybody can meet, and she had to, she left us. So I definitely understand, and it was, I don't regret it. And it's like, and I know it's like I said, it's part of being human, but it's like if I had my choice, I would rather had went somewhere else and grieved by myself, just kind of how I'm kind of wired. And it just happened so sudden. I got the phone call and I couldn't go nowhere, it was like, man, it hit me. But can y'all hear me? Look like my thing
No,
Yes.
went out.
No, no, you're good. You're good.
Okay. All right, cool. Um, so my father, he was military, and always, he was always in leadership positions, and all the soldiers would report to him. And I had never in my life have I ever seen my father show signs of weakness until he had heart situations later on in life. And for the first time, I had to help him kind of walk around, and that's the first time I ever seen my father like in a state of weakness, So it was kind of shocking, it felt different, but I was a little more mature, this is in my 30s, early late 20s, early 30s, so I understood, but it was like it was a shock to see my father not showing a sign of weakness, what I'm saying, not weakness where he couldn't, where less of a man, but where he had to be helped, and I never seen him like that, so it's not a problem, but it's just interesting to see, because we go through things. And,
Yeah.
masculinity is under like a microscope in these days. So, yeah, I thought that was interesting, man. Any other thoughts on that? But I think it was another kind of switching gears, another video if we still
Yeah,
got it.
but so I
Yeah.
got a question about that though. Like why, why is it under such a big microscope when us as men don't put like we don't us as men we don't look at stuff the way like everybody else do. You know what I'm saying? Like the stuff that people will put under the microscope or trip about, we don't even think twice about. Like a logical man, right? So why is that even something that's put under a microscope? Even something just that's just keyed in on like, oh, he crying, he weak. That's the kink in his arm. Like, why is he even looked at like that?
Um, that's a good question. I think
That's
a
real
lot
just
of
good
it,
question, Yogi. That's a real
yeah.
good question.
yeah, I think that it has a lot to do. So if you think, and this is not indicative of anybody specifically, I'm just looking like it overall. So we went through a generation where it was less fathers in the home across the board.
Okay.
And I think that due to that, we have a couple of generations that were raised by women. And I think a lot of men and young boys, didn't really have masculinity around to kind of show ins and outs, and not even, it doesn't even have to be spoken word on how to do stuff. It's just monitoring, a masculine man moving about his day to day life. And I think that once when that became a void, it became, I think that's when masculinity was under a microscope, because trying to compensate, looking outwards, like trying to find somebody to look up to, like a man, and usually turns to like somebody in the streets, or going to prison, or what you see on television, and it was trying to mimicking all these portrayals of what we thought masculinity was, and so like that considered like healthy kind of man role. was almost eliminated for a while. So I think now it's got so scrutinized because generations have been trying to search for ways to find what is masculinity. And then they'll look back and say, well, your great great grandpa, your uncle, he was beaten on such. So it always turns into the negative things, but not about protecting. So I think it shows like maybe it's a level of you can't protect as well because you might be too emotional. That's just my assumption. But it's a good question.
It was a great
Listen,
question.
you know, you know what I since you said that, T man, you know what I've been noticing, and fellas, Yogi, great question. When I came up as a man in those times, my grandpa never had to be tough. They was 2 clicks away from slavery and
Yeah.
Jim Crow and white and black water fountains. Education wasn't big. They had to be men. They had to provide, they had to fight, and they had to protect. So it's different now. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't cry because we had to do it. It was not a time to cry. Now that it ain't as intense as this, that, and the other, you don't have to be so hands on, and you can use your mind a little bit now. They're a little more educated now, so
Yes.
they think a little different. See, Grandpa didn't think different. He threw, hey, right is right, wrong is wrong, left and right. That's it. You see what I'm saying? They didn't have no judgment, so they grew us up with toxic masculinity saying, don't cry, don't do this here. Boy, why you crying? Don't do it. So we grew up with that. And when the mothers got it and we got it and we saw how we was treated, we was a little lenient saying, hey, okay, you cool, do that. We ain't as hard, and it looked bad, but I'm just telling you, the kids are more now, more or less domesticated than we was. We was domesticated. Don't look at the white man this. If he pull you over this, them new kids don't believe that shit. Man, fuck that white man. That's how they feel. And I'm not being racist. I'm just saying they don't have no fear of that. They don't live in that world. Like the world I live up, man. The laws pull you over, keep your hands here, don't say nothing. Yes, sir, no, sir. That's what I was taught when I got a car.
Yeah.
And that shouldn't be. That shouldn't be. If you're speeding and the cop pull you over, you should know how that interaction go. But no, as a young black man, I was told don't say nothing, call me immediately, or get to me and let me know you all right. I'm like, damn. So I'm scared of the police. So, like I say, the times have changed, and the eyes, the vision, it look different. The playing field is different. So, you know, what we see men as now ain't what men was back then. You know what I'm trying to say? There's gonna be a couple of them throwbacks,
Yep.
like me. I raised my son throwback. Like you say, T Ben, I'm under the old law. My son under the old law. He know that. You see what I'm trying to say? And I tell my sons, y'all have a duty as being the men under me. I had my regime like this here. I'm not telling you to raise your family and do the family like that when I give it to you. I just taught y'all the best I knew, and y'all take it and do the same. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, Yogi, I don't want a robot. I didn't teach my kids what to think. I taught them how to think. So when they get in a position where they gotta think, they'll know how to think.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because we teach them to regurgitate shit like a parrot. Yeah, that's blue, that's red. No, I need you to tell me why that's blue and why that's red. Tell me why you believe this way. Just don't regurgitate something you heard. You see what I'm trying to say, T? So the education, they kind of separated because the men before that didn't have education. They had to work hard, live hard. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it was. So
So
now,
so
now,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Now, go ahead. My bad.
No,
My
go ahead.
bad. Go ahead,
No,
Rich.
go ahead. I want to hear. I want you. I want to. You go ahead.
So I want to piggyback that question, right? Sorry, T. Dot. I know you got another topic, bro, but
No, we on this one.
I want to piggyback that question. So I watched a video one time of Slim Thug,
Yes.
and he was basically saying how much more emotional these dudes are nowadays because so we all know how they kill each other out here in these streets, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he say for another man to make you so mad that you want to
Yeah.
go do bodily harm to him, that's sensitive. That's a sensitive ass, like you an emotional ass person, right? So I'm watching the video and I'm thinking about it. I'm like, man, you ain't even lying, bro, because I don't know nobody that can piss me off to where I want to go do bodily harm to them and risk my life. You know what I'm saying? So what y'all think about that?
No,
Yeah.
it's interesting you bring that up, man, because that kind of segues into just evolving the conversation about conflict resolution and where did you learn how to handle your conflict? Like, what did you learn when you get upset? How do you process your emotions? How do you? It's like when you're dealing with a bully in a sense, it's a certain way you deal with them. Um, but when you get somebody like you say, it's like you so upset that you're ready to take their life, and in the process ruin yours. And a lot of the times it's over somebody just simply disrespecting you. Like I'm gonna die behind my disrespect. I mean, I'm gonna die behind my respect. It's like to what degree? Like somebody step on your shoes and they say, "Yeah, I did it," and what? That is that enough for you to say I'll die behind this? You know what I'm
That's it.
saying? Or you know what I'm saying? When people have this mentality where you can't say anything disrespectful to them or your life is in danger. That's crazy. That's a weird way to think.
Can't even look
Um,
at a nigga wrong.
You can't even look
Yeah.
at it. And that's, you know what? That's one of the, it's funny you say that, bro, because I had made a point a while ago about it was, regarding how men have to be, especially amongst our own. And it's like, bro, if you lock eyes with another brother for more than 5 seconds, it's either gonna be a problem or y'all know each other.
You
It's
know
like there's
what?
really no in between. If you could be out and about, it's a stranger, you having to look at somebody, you look at him a little too long, he on guard, he ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like and sometimes you might think somebody look familiar, but like, man, you looking and they thinking like, hey man, what's going on? And it's like they're always on edge. And that's scary. You know what I mean? And I think that a lot of like I said, it's a couple of generations, and I think we've been doing better now with men being in the homes, fathers being in the homes, I should say, or being more involved with their children. But we went a couple of generations where that wasn't the case.
No,
Right.
And this is really not to put fault on women because they did what they had to do. But as a
exactly.
woman, you can do your best, but you cannot fill the void of a man needing to raise a young boy up into manhood. There's certain things that we know amongst men that women don't even have to deal with. We just live in a different world at times. And earlier, we spoke about why is it that masculinity is like put up in question. And it's like, think about how we have to protect our home, ourselves, and our village. And generally speaking, it's protected against other men because we know the nature of men. A lot of the times, it's life and death circumstances when it comes to how we regulate ourselves, man. And I think since we play by them rules, um, we have somebody said being stoic. We have to be stoic a lot of the time, because we dealing with other men. You know what I'm saying? That's my take on it, man. That's what I think. But yeah, I land my plane on that one.
Yeah. Listen, man. I don't know, man, because like you say, as men, we got to hold each other accountable. I just had a situation like that where a guy got some of this furniture I be having, and I know him. He got money. He put me on the back burner for 2 weeks, like not paying me. And I see him. He be like, "I got you," and then he don't get me. So, make a long story short, I hit him because I know him. No threat or nothing. I
Yeah.
promise y'all, I don't have no ill to do nothing to him if he wouldn't have paid me. I just said, "Hey, brother, black man to black man, when we gonna quit lying to each other? When we gonna tell the truth? I didn't ask you to lie to me. You got this from me and said you was gonna pay me this day. You didn't, then you said I'm gonna pay you this day. I said, I really don't want to call you about this because we
I
shouldn't
shouldn't
have
have
a
to.
conversation. And
Mhm.
I say, if you want to send me the money, cool. If not, cool. 2 minutes later, he sent a thing say, send me your cash, request it on Cash App.
Yeah.
So I request my money, and hour went by, I didn't do it. And then I didn't look at it because I'm like, he ain't gonna send it. The dude sent the money. And then when I got it, I was with somebody, and they was like, by the time that you was asking, I said, no. I said, I need to call him and tell him thank you.
Yes.
A dude was with me said, that nigga had your money playing with you. Why you gonna call and tell him thank you? I said, because he put me in he helped me out of a situation that I didn't know how I was gonna handle it. He was like, what? I said, if he didn't pay me and I left it alone and I saw him somewhere, I might want to do something to him. But by him taking care of his business like that and respecting me, I don't feel disrespected. So I called and told him, man, thank you, brother. I really appreciate you being a man of your word. And that's what we do. Anything I can do for you, I'm going to try to be a man of my word. And the nigga texted me, man, I'm sorry it took so long. I was going through something. That's all you had to tell me.
That's all you had to
I
say
felt
from the
you.
jump. Right.
You know, I felt and I knew this. That's why I asked. But I'm just saying in life, as men, I don't have no instant like that. They killed the dude in Greenspoint. Him and his daughter pulled in a parking spot, and like you said, T man, that dude, a youngster, was in the car. I'm this all speculation, probably rolling up, but they was just in the car. So the dude get out, and he got his daughter, young 5-year-old daughter. So he look at the car and look at them, then he look back, then he look at them. The youngster let that window down and say, "What's up, man? What you looking at?" He said, "Nah, man, I'm just, nah, nigga, I'm saying." He said, "Huh?" Blop, 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 blop. And that nigga baby was coming around the car. That nigga died. He killed that man right there. That was in Greenspoint. That Dig Muhammad did a no more violence walk over there. But I'm just like, you ain't know this dude 2 seconds, and you made a split decision that fucked your life up, that little girl life, and you took his. For what? And the nigga was on the passenger side. He wasn't driving. That was like, because the nigga pulled in on the side of you and looked at the car. Of course, you're going to look at your surroundings. I'm like, it's scary. It's scary.
That
You
shit
know what I'm
crazy.
saying? And that's crazy. And that's how quick it went. That life don't mean nothing to some people, man. You know what I'm saying? So I be careful. That's why I tell people, hey, man, be careful out here because these people be on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Your only
Yeah.
goal when you leave home is to get
Is to
back
make
home.
it back. Yes,
Get back
sir.
to
That's
your
it.
family.
And
That's right.
and and that's crazy that we got to say that in 2025.
It really is. It really
They
is.
said
That's
that's
insane.
how slavery was. They had to figure out how they were gonna get back home. That was the goal. And we still trying to figure that out in
We still
2025.
doing that.
Still. But hey,
But
It's,
that's
it's,
all.
it's
ultimately, that's always been the goal, though, I think, though, Rich. If you think, I mean, I don't, as
Yeah,
far as
go
you could
ahead.
think back, even before in any culture, man, I'm thinking, when you go out into the world, when men had to go hunt, they want to give back to their family, and they play the
that's
dangerous game going to hunt. You know what I mean? And I think it's just part of the living on planet Earth, man. Because at any moment, what I'm saying, anything can happen to you, so you gotta make it back to protect your family from the rest of the world. And I think that's an issue, man. Humanity, humans, man, we just hey, man, we could be savages, man,
Yeah,
amongst
we are.
against each other.
For real.
it's
For no
it's,
reason.
it's,
Against
it's
each
see,
other.
man. I hate, man, and like once again, man, I hate to put that race thing on it, man. But I mean, you see this with more of us. You know what I'm saying? And like, man, I just don't understand why, bro. Like why? Like what can somebody possibly do to you to where you want to end their like in their being for the rest? You know what I'm saying? You're not thinking about the people that shit hurting. You know what I'm saying? I think if a motherfucker think about how his family would feel if somebody was to do that shit to him, that would make him change his thoughts. But these motherfuckers don't even think about that, bro.
That's the
They
point.
just move up. They act like women. They move off emotion, nigga.
They zombies. They
That
I, I
zombies
shit
think
out
I,
here.
don't
I
make
I
no
think it's
sense.
like programming to a degree, man. It's like think about how the average black man is viewed, whether it's in media, how the black man may carry themselves depending on where they at. Um, in some instances, um, and I don't ever want to come off as coming down on our women at all. I'm
Yeah.
just speaking about some of our harsh realities. But a lot of times when men and the mother and the father of a child, they don't necessarily get along, and usually if that child is with the mother, there could be a level of resentment with the mother, and how she speaks about the father. And the young man growing up, that's how he's going to view black men in the community and where he's at. The same way, through the lens of that, and mix that in with what, how we perceive. It's a
Yeah.
recipe for disaster. It's not like there's not a positive, there's not a lot of positive male role models, black male role models to look up to in a lot of our communities. That's doing something where they can look forward to, which is part of what we discussed earlier about the role that we play as we get older. And at some point a light has to go off in your mind. And my thing is we can speak about how we get positioned, but as we grow, it's like our responsibility to improve. It's like once you identify that there's an issue, you put responsibility on yourself by default to improve it. It's like no more excuses. Once you can identify the issue, you the one that got to fix it. Nobody else gonna fix it for you. Um, so yeah, that kind of rolls into like part of we talked about earlier, Rich, about the role of the black man as we get
Uh-oh.
older. How does that
Uh-oh.
change? You know what I'm saying? With our age.
And I pondered on that, and I ran this across some fellas, and I was saying that the role changed, but the players tried to switch the game. What I mean is it was God, man, woman, child. That was the order, right? So, and
Mhm.
then when the woman get older, she become a grandmother, which is meaning I'm a I'm gonna raise these grandkids because my daughter is not old enough to get them what she need to give them. So the grandma played an important role with raising the kids and the family and the development. Now we don't have no grandmas. We got nanas. We got grandmas. They do, we need grandma back. Why you won't be grandma? You want to be
Big mamas.
grandma, nana, big mama? Come on, man. We need grandmama back. She played a significant role in the black family. Like this Thanksgiving, we ain't got no grandmama. None. I don't have no grand. If I'm trying to put shit together and keep the family tradition going, who grandmama? I don't have no grandmamas. I got some nanas, some aunties, some this, no grandmama. Long as I remember, grandma was in the picture. You know what I'm saying? And grandma didn't leave the family. The daughter and the husband, you bring the mamas with you because you keep the tribe with you. But I don't know, man. This shit is different because the roles that we supposed to take, we don't take. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
At 55, I supposed to have been in a leadership role, but I held on to the role from the 30-year-old guy and rolled it all the way into the 50s. So that means I was in the way of the development of somebody else that was supposed to take the spot that I was supposed to let go, but I didn't. And I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm way up here now. So that messes up the chain. So you really need to, like you say, as you get older, you need to step into your role. Because if you
You
don't,
know,
that stagnates our chain. You know what I'm trying to say? Next
Mhm.
man up.
absolutely.
Next man up. You know what I'm saying? If you don't make it up, oh man, shit, that's one down. So, it may be 2, 3 foul right there. So the goal is yeah. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't see a good end coming because I don't know where it came from, how we got here. So, it's strange, but like I say, we don't have nobody playing their roles. I'm trying to play Paw Paw. I'm trying to get in the Paw Paw role. You know what I'm saying? Grandma, we need grandma. She need to get in her role. You know what I'm saying? Aunties and sisters, and we need some ladies to talk to these young ladies and give them a path to go on besides shaking their ass and trying to get a nigga with some money. Cause I think that's over now. I think the women need to go back in the kitchen. Not saying don't go to work in there, but learn to cook. You want to be a woman, but you don't know nothing that women do besides lay down on their back and talk crazy. No, man, go cook. Go do
That's
this.
only going
Learn.
to take you
The,
so far.
but in school they took home economics. They took all that out.
Those were
Homemaking.
classes.
Yeah,
Those
they
were
took
classes. Yeah. Yeah.
homemaking class where girls learn to cook, sew, and shit you need to do around the house. Now, oh, that shit gone. And guess what? With AI fellas, y'all get ready to lose more jobs.
You sure right.
Hey, well there
I'm
you
telling
go.
you,
They
I
deal.
watch AI. Listen, man, quick. My girl, nurse. So nurses have to do their notes, right? They have to keep up the notes of the patients they see. And when you're a nurse, after a whole week, you done got all these notes. You don't want to get them together, right? So what they do is they have young nurses that's in school. They send them the notes, and they put the notes together for them for like $200. And you know that's how the young nurses been making their money all these years. Because the older nurses like, y'all do that, and they're putting them
I'll
together,
do
they
it.
pay them, right? My girl, she did it. She told me something that she don't know what she said. She's found that you can go to AI and just throw the notes there and it do it for nothing. So instantly she knocked that little girl out of job that was making 250 because AI can do it now. She said, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
AI do it, and I ain't got to go nowhere." It's that I'm like, this is really gonna wipe people out of jobs because
Yes.
you could just say it and they gonna do it. I'm like, that was crazy. And I tried to explain to her, I say, you know, you cutting people out of work. It's easier for me. I ain't got to deal with nobody. I'm like, okay. I'm like, that AI. That was my first time seeing when they say AI could affect us. I saw at that moment, man, this little girl lost her job to a fucking robot.
Hmm.
And that
You know
that
what I'm
come with
saying?
being able to evolve with the times because
Yes.
just like and so okay, like I said, we come under the old law, more
There
traditional,
you go. Okay.
and I think that it's important. So just like we talk about the when it was horse and carriage, when somebody knew how to handle, work on a horse and carriage, they had to become auto mechanics when the car came
Mm-hmm.
out to fix the car, right?
Yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
now we in that time now to where it's as far as being leaders in the communities, man, the ones who can offer opportunities to the village. We got to learn how to work on AI. We got to learn how to program it. We got to learn how to work on the robots now and how to have maintenance and where does the world going and get into those lanes. Cybersecurity, all these things that we can see where the world is going. We got to get ahead of it. At minimum, be teaching it to the children. You know what I'm saying? To learn how to work on these things and at some point, in my mind, as we get older, we turn, middle-aged men and we get a little older. Um, you just got to stop doing certain things. It's okay to be able to relate to the youth to a certain extent, but there has to be a gap to where the youth know there's a difference. You know what I'm saying? Like when they looking
Ah.
up, when they look into the
Mm-hmm.
future, when they see older men and older women, they should be able to say, okay, I see when I get around this age, this is how life should be looking. But if we doing the same things that they're doing right now, they see no future. Everything is going it's gonna be one long party, or however you want to describe it. From the age they
Damn.
had in the early 20s, teenagers to 40, 50, if they see that age doing the same things they're doing, what are they actually looking forward to?
Hmm.
Nothing.
That's
Yeah,
deep,
you're
nigga.
right. That's deep right there,
That's
TBS.
deep.
That's deep. That's deep. If you look and don't see no future, shit, I don't give a fuck. I'm just do whatever. You right.
I'm just,
You right.
it's like what this life. This is why, growing up, it's respect your elders and we give them respect. And we get around elders, we behave a certain way. It's because they weren't doing the same things we was doing. If they were doing it, we didn't see it.
There you go. There you go.
We didn't see it. We might have heard stories later on, but we didn't see them engage in the same stuff. We know they ain't like our music. They pull your pants up. It was always a difference.
Listen,
Hmm.
you right. That's where grandma was important. Cause we'll walk in the living room and I ain't never seen nobody in my family smoke marijuana. But you would smell it when you would go in the living room. You know what I'm saying? They kept that from us. I didn't know what that smell was for years. Little boy just coming in there, y'all get your ass out of here, grown folk in here. But they got alcohol, they have a house party, they doing their thing. I'm like, they kept us separated to where it was a separation. You know what I'm saying? Like today, these youngsters will come up to you and knowing you're an elder and be like, "What's up, school?" Nah, respect my age, man. God damn, you don't respect my age. That's all I ask you to do. I'm not a youngster. So
How
you
you
And
right
grandpa,
doing?
though.
look,
How you
grandpa
doing
knew how
today,
to
sir?
work on the cars. Yeah, how you doing today, sir? Your grandpa gonna teach you certain ways of how to move about life, how to work on things, how to fix things. You know what I'm saying? And it's just we all out of whack. You know what I'm saying? And so
Yes.
I think we out of whack. But I think like one of my favorite quotes is no single raindrop thinks who was responsible for the flood, right?
Uh-huh.
And just to kind of explain what I mean is like we all play our role in the bigger picture. So as long as we doing what we do day to day, the next brother doing it what he does day to day, we have that them lines of respect. Over time, it starts to show as a people we moving in the right direction, but it starts at home.
You know, TB, we can move on after this. I just said, you know how you took them kids fishing?
Mm-hmm.
I had a couple of dudes and a couple of girls. I was telling people I know I used to bring them here, and on Saturdays I let them take the tire off the car and put it on. I teach them, no help.
That's
I
what
said,
we
now
need.
take that towel and put it on, but you don't ever have to call me. And I showed the girls that, hey, take this towel. This is how you do it. And
That's
the boys was
leadership.
like, and the
That's
men
it
was
right there.
like,
Leadership.
I taught that to all my sons, grandsons, any man. Take that towel and put it on. Let me see you do that. Because you need the basic. Then I go in there under the hood, check your oil. Which one the oil? Which one is this? So you driving this, you need to know something about it. I'm just saying you need to know more than rap and video games. So that's why I say that's a class to teach men, like a men class once a month, get like 14 kids and teach them shit, boys, that they need to know. You know what I'm saying? That fishing is something they need to know. That teach you how to eat. If you're gonna get a car, you're gonna need to know how to change a tire. There it is. Learn every part of the tire, learn a part of a car and just teach. You know what I'm saying?
And then to go back what you said earlier, man, that used to be a course in school.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah, yeah,
Yep.
In
yeah.
shop, I learned that's why I learned most of the shit I know how to do is at school. I don't got that no more.
Yep.
Not at all. Not at all. I took auto body and auto mechanics at school. That's how I got good. That's how I know how to work on cars and everything. I took that in school. But my brothers and my grandfather and them did it anyway, but I took it in school. So yeah, they used to give you a trade. They used to try to prepare you. Now they prepare your ass to go to jail. Yeah, that's what they
Exactly.
do now. They prepare your ass to go to jail because they make everything look alike. If you look at schools, prisons, they look just alike. Same bell, same alarm, same white dull and gray paint, same everything. Line up.
But
That's a
is
mentality. They getting you ready like cattle.
is it a mentality if you look at it like that, or could you look at it a different way? Because I look at school as preparing you to come out here and work. You got to get your ass up early. You got to be there for at
Yeah,
least eight
yeah,
hours. You're
yeah,
gonna have a lunch. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's all in how you look at it as well, too.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey, hey,
that's a very
now
interesting point.
what you said is actually facts. You see what I'm saying? Because it's getting you ready. For what? You see what I'm trying to say? But it's good because it
Mhm.
gets you ready to get up, to do this, to do that. Even like I said, even in prison, you can't sleep at no 5 in the morning. They waking everybody ass up, make your bed, get up, and do what you're gonna do. So yeah, I think I think the youngsters need to have little men class so they can learn. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, yeah. I had
Mhm.
been talking about that because I was gonna get like 12. They can apply. I'm not accepting everybody. You have to show me why you want to be here, why you want this teaching. You have to start with an essay, and you picked, so you'll feel privileged and you will respond better because you was picked out of 20. You one of the
Mhm.
ones that got picked. So you'll feel special and you're gonna do more and they'll take to it than just let everybody come. Oh, I want to come now. Now you put in the application and we'll see. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
not everybody.
Not everybody. When you come, you need to be suited and booted.
Exactly.
We want them to treat you the way you look. If you come looking like you a street dude or a thug, that's like we want you suited and booted. You ain't going to church. We just and take them somewhere while they suited and booted and let them see the respect they receive. And then they'll understand. Because I can tell you put a suit on. Now you don't understand till you put it on and go in the real world. Just go in the world. People act to you different. You know what I'm saying? Just by simple things like that. But it's coming. It's coming. I think we'll get that to right this wrong. And I think that's what this podcast here for. We here to help and right the wrong and try to, hey, we're not pointing at you. We with you. You know what I'm saying?
We with you.
I
We
can't
walking that
I
walk
can't
with
yeah, I can't hold you in the gut and not get dirty. So
Right.
and guess what? Your lips closer to your ears than they are to mine. So everything I'm saying and you said, you hear it first. So shit, it gotta
Mhm.
resonate. And
Yep.
I think if we start, the chain may just keep going. We don't want to be the topic to death. I was just saying though, that was good for mental health and stuff and masculinity. I like that, T-Ben. Men can cry. I used to be against that, but I guess it is a time where you can cry. Yeah.
you. So where we at? We going to our next one, T-Ben, or what? That was it for
Yeah,
you?
yeah, yeah. That's it, man. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. That's the middle part, man. So let me
Okay. That
Well,
was great, man. Hey, I love it.
shout out to
Listen, man.
T-Ben. We
T
appreciate
T
that.
man, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm mad. You got me vulnerable. You in quality. About the crying. I try to dodge it. I started going in one of my tantrums like somebody we know. No, fuck, you can't cry, fuck it. No, you can. I feel, and it only happened like this because you caught me the day after my mama's birthday. You understand what I'm saying? If you would have caught
Oh,
me
really?
last week, I'd have been on my tough shit. Like, no, niggas ain't gonna cry. But I'm lying to myself. 2 days ago, I know where I was and what I was doing. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like,
yeah.
this dude here picked up my soul with that one. I don't know where you get that from, but okay, we gonna roll with it.
Well, Rich, just a little bit
Yes, sir.
of what I would call, a hug, a cyber hug. I
Okay,
understand Mother's birthday was just the other day, so hey, man, we
I
here with you.
appreciate it.
Happy heavenly birthday,
Yes,
Mom. So let's make sure that
yes,
we address her accordingly.
yes,
And hey,
sir.
Rich,
All
as men, as black men on this panel, we here with you. I know it
right. I
may be
appreciate
not,
it.
it don't seem
Nah,
like it or whatever, but we here
Okay,
with you.
trust me, that's why I'm here. I felt it.
Yeah,
I know it. I feel it. And energy don't die, transferring. All we doing is transferring good energy and movement. You
that
know.
yes,
is.
sir.
Right.
All right,
Black
so we getting ready to
excellence.
move to our next one right quick. Wait a second. I think. Boom.
Oh, that's me.
Hey, yes. Wait. Y'all hear that? I
Yes,
I got.
I'm here.
God damn it, Rich! Get
The
that phone. Get that
Hey
phone.
man, I am here, baby. I am here, man.
Let me go.
And mind this person I'm picking this week. Crazy enough, our condolences. He passed November 23rd, which was my mom's birthday, and
Mm.
his name is Jamil Abdul Alaim.
We
You
got a
might not
video
know him like
roll.
that, huh? You got a
Got it.
video?
Yeah, we got the
Go,
video.
go step into the video. We'll let you see the video. Then I go on into the yeah.
Violence is a part of America's culture. It is as American as cherry pie. American taught the black people to be violent. We will use that violence to rid ourselves of oppression if necessary. We will be free by any means necessary. And we also say to extend.
Hey man, hey man. If you don't know, now you know. That's brother Jamil Abdullah Alahim. To y'all might know him better as brother H. Rap Brown. He was a Black Panther, and he passed away yesterday. I mean, hey, he was a Panther, that's to say the least, but I give you a little bit. He was better known as Rap H. Brown. He was a passionate orator who served as both chairman and student nonviolent coordinator committee and the minister of justice in the Black Panthers. His love for his people was evident in his decade of long pursuit of justice and freedom for our community. May his legacy carry on through all of us through the test of times. Remember, we always can fight the right fight if we join together. That's Rap Brown, man. He was a Panther out of Baton Rouge, and he was known for his book of speech, Die Nigga Die. That's what you was hearing referred to because he was living in the harsh times of oppression and separation. So, them Panthers, they was on some other stuff, man. He converted to Islam when he got locked up, and that's why he changed his name. But he was formerly known as H. Rap Brown. Uh, Black history is every day. It's not one day. And truly, any member of the Panthers or that movement in the 60s and 70s, y'all are Black history. Because, those brothers went into the federal courthouse and they brought people up out of there while they was on trial. So they did the cahoots before the cahoots we saw with Donald Trump. So, they were just saying white folks do it, no race stuff, but the Panthers, they did it too. They went and got their people up out the courthouse with guns. So You know, with that being said, I want to be the leader that I always say we need, because he served the people. He didn't take from the people. And to be a leader, you gotta love the people. You can't love the money. You gotta love the people. Because if you love the money, you'll sacrifice the people for the money. So those brothers, you know, they love the people. They wanted everybody free. They wanted everybody this way. They're not just thinking about themselves. And any brother that thinks like that and unselfish, hey man, you Black history to me. And you won't be forgot about. You know, you lived a good long life, man. So with that, a quick moment of silence and for R.H. Brown, Rap Brown, another Black historian. Hey man, we here, man. Anybody want to say anything about the Panthers or the brothers of the movement? Go
I
ahead,
do.
y'all. Yeah,
I
go
do. I
ahead.
got
Go
something to
ahead.
say, and I'm very
Go ahead,
happy to
brother.
say it too.
Go
I
ahead, my
need us to
brother.
understand something that's very serious about this particular brother when he just said to us, when he said that we have to stick together. That is something, y'all, as a community, we are failing. We are failing to do. And it is very important that we stick together. We cannot hate one another. We cannot hate on one another's success. We have to learn to support one another. That is what is being done to us, y'all. And the longer we allow the outsiders to do it to us, the further behind we fall in this systemic type of world. We're falling behind. We need to be a part of that type of solution to where we're working with one another, we're teaching one another. Whatever there is, we can do it, y'all. We can do it. We just got to stop this hatred. So many things. Despite I know that we're on this computer, but let it be known that this computer ain't always a good thing. Some of these things that we've gotten off of here has been really, really bad because it teaches us to hate. It doesn't, it's very seldom you'll find something on here that'll teach you to love, teach you to support, teach you to help and build. It's very seldom. Now, I'm not saying that it's not there, but I am saying that it's mostly here to teach us to hate. This is where we get it from. That little square box, that TV, teaches hate. It doesn't necessarily always teach the right thing. We got to recognize that. And when you get people like this that is talking to you, the messed up part about that is this message was years ago, yet it still resonates to today. That's a sad thing because that means we are not coming together. We are not doing what the message was originally put there for us to do. Come together. We got to do this, y'all. Until we do this, we're going to forever find ourselves behind the eight ball. That's just my spiel on it. I'm going to land my plane right there, but I just want that to be known that that is very, very important. We got to come together.
Hey man, we don't say land my plane no more, man. We say park my car.
Park my car. I love you for that. Thank you.
Park
Yeah,
your
we
car.
don't
I
land.
like
Yeah,
it.
Park your
we
slab,
don't land
baby.
planes. We just
Park
parked.
your
All right, my
slab.
car parked. You know what I'm saying?
Park your slab. I got you. I like that. We don't want
But I
nobody to
agree
think they
with.
stealing. Yeah.
Yeah, know what I'm saying? I agree with quality though, man. Man, we just we're so much stronger together, man. What Big Mama say on Soul Food? Everybody can point their finger, but if you take them fingers and ball them up to a mighty fish, you can strike a mighty blow.
Yes. Yes.
That was bars right there, man.
Yes.
I ain't got too
Yes.
Yes.
much to say about it, man.
Yes.
All I ask for is my people. I challenge y'all, man. Let's come together and stop all this bullshit, man. Because if we come together, man, the force that we can be, man, who gonna stop us, man? My
Man, you
car
know,
parked.
if we just start with simple things is doing something good for somebody else to help them. You know what I'm
Excuse me.
saying? If you help one person a week, you know, and I'm not talking financially, nothing, giving your time or whatever, just one person a week outside of yourself to keep you grounded. You know, I always do more for other people than I do for myself. My days consist of really putting out fires for other people. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty good at keeping my fire pretty low. So with that being said, you like I said, you gotta love people and you gotta just be in there, man, you know, for the ups and the downs, you know. I don't know, you know, hey, I'm here. You know, I'm here. I'm trying to make a change. I want to see a change. Will it be a change? I don't know. But I know if you start at your house and start with the four fellas on this screen, I know we four less. You know what I'm saying? If the rest kick in, it'll work. But you know, and it started here. Decent conversation, intelligent conversation, something to spark the mind, just to get it thinking. You know, because
Without all without all
like you
that
say,
yelling and all that shit,
yeah,
just men having
yeah.
good conversation.
Because the thing is, we trying to get somewhere. We have an agenda. You know what I'm saying? When you have agenda, that means you have a goal. And when you're trying to meet a goal, you have a purpose. You see, all this play a part. But when you just random, you just random. So, you know, we here. You know, we growing, we talking about it, and we saying it. People in the comments, if y'all have any questions or anything y'all want to say, just throw it in there. I'm sure one of us will catch it and bring it up. You know, it ain't all about us. We for the people, you know. So that
That
being
part,
said,
Yeah.
you know,
that part died, didn't it?
that part died on me, man. I don't know why he did me like
That man said, "Whoa."
that. Whoa, man. Hold on, man.
Oh my goodness. Oh man. He
Man,
got caught, huh, Yogi? He got caught.
Yeah, yeah, it got his ass.
you got exposed or something. Like, oh.
Hey,
Oh.
hey, I'm so good.
Oh
Hey, I just
man.
wanted to say a little small thing, man. So we go to the next one. I ain't got too much to say, but you know, a lot of our ancestors they gave us the recipe on how to get things done, and I think that our unity is tested the most when we in disagreement with each other. When we can show that we can disagree and we can still move as a unit, that really shows strength right there. So I think the moment that we find flack or we run into friction, that's when unity is put to the test. You know, so that's like you're only as strong as like your weakest link is with it. Your chain is only as strong as your weakest link.
Right.
So hey man, whenever
That's it.
we talk about conflict resolution often, at least I do. So it's being able to work through your conflicts and it's not even about being friends. You don't have to be buddy friends, but it's about having a common goal of moving forward as a people. And it's one thing that as black men we can get together and we can fight, we can argue, right? And we can still walk away in a good manner. However, I think that it's not. We don't even have to do all that. We can still disagree. We can have differences. We can still walk away as we should as a unit.
Yes.
And I park my car on that one.
See,
Park the core.
hey,
Look at
the
that.
slab is parked. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
Talking about,
Yogi done brought a new trend
yeah, I
in
Yeah.
here,
know.
y'all. We parking
Hey,
that car right now.
hey, look,
I
hey,
might
look.
pop, hey,
I'm like
and I
that.
might pop the trunk on you if you keep on. When
Oh
I
look.
pop, when
And
I
I'm
Look,
gonna
park,
turn
you
that
Chris.
might
bass
pop
up on
my
your
Hold on,
trunk.
Chris.
motherfucking
There
Don't make us start
you go.
waving at you.
See, yeah, man. But yeah, man, like I say, man, hey, we got to be the leaders we want because, like your question, T Ben, when did the role change? I'm sitting here telling you we ain't got leaders, and I'm in the 50s. That's crazy, nigga. You the leader now. You grandpa. So who you looking for? If I'm looking for a nigga, he damn near 100. He can't walk. He in the nursing home. So my leader is out of there. I got to be him. You know what I'm saying? Because the youngsters, like you said, they looking at us, and if I'm acting like them, they like shit. We ain't them niggas ain't. You know what I'm trying to say? So you right. You right.
and then
My lips closer than mouth, so I can't say it ain't no leaders because nigga, you told me the first time, be the leader. First thing you ever told me, you be that leader. Then I'm like, nah. But now I understand. I wasn't stepping into my role. I'm trying to step into my role now. You know what I'm trying to say? And because I understand it's needed. You know what I'm trying to say? You will overlook the role if you don't know it's needed. I
Yeah.
understand that they need this role. The old head, the old lady, the grandma, you need this here. You know what I'm trying to
and then
say?
think
So,
about and then think about it like this too, Rich.
uh-huh.
Like we all had them members that went on to the other side, passed away and all that, right?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? When they passed away, they left a void. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Who who's gonna be the one to fill that void? It gotta be us, bro. It gotta be us. You know what
You
I'm saying?
know, and when you say that, I mention this all the time. When you say you the voice or we the voice, a lot of time people listen to the echo. See, they don't hear
Mm.
the voice, they hear the echo. You see what I'm trying to say? And that's the echo is reacting off of something you really didn't hear. You just going off of what you thought or what you think. You ain't hear me. You have to hear the voice to understand. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times they just hear the echo. What everybody else saying. Oh, they fuck that. Oh, but you didn't hear the voice. Listen to the voice and give your own honest opinion. You know what I'm trying to say? Instead of just joining in on the echo. So
sure.
I think that's where we at. We the voice. We ain't trying to be an echo, and we not regurgitating nobody else information or nothing we seen. We coming with our own stuff here. That's what makes us the voice. If not, you'll be a parrot. We just regurgitating every hot take on the internet. You know what I'm saying? What makes it different? So that's why I say, yeah, we trying to be the voice, not the echo. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Yogi, most
For sure.
definitely. Uh-oh. Quality.
So let me say this too, though, because when I mentioned that part about the little square box being an issue for us, I'm gonna be a little bit more specific, and I'm gonna actually point out one of the things I'm talking about.
Okay.
We have a big challenge against this men versus women's deal, where they will play men against women. So there'll be videos where women will say, "We don't need men." And then there are videos where men are degrading women because of the way that they are. That's the stigma in which this box puts in front of you. This wasn't there before, y'all. That stigma wasn't there. This wasn't what we thought of each other. At one point in time, the man valued the woman so much to where she was the world to us. And that woman valued that man even more because he was the provider for her. Somewhere along the line, we got lost here, y'all, because we are fighting amongst each other. And the reality of it is this: we need each other. We cannot survive without the other. We cannot reproduce. We cannot do nothing without the other. So it's mind-blowing how we sit up here and have these conversations about, oh, men ain't shit and women ain't shit and all. And it's such a ticky-tack deal for me. So that's one of the things that I wanted to address, because I wanted to be a little bit more specific about what I was saying, or specific, or whatever the damn word is. I don't know anybody that's
specific.
Fuck you.
I like that. Right answer. It sounded right.
But you know what I mean. Y'all know what I'm trying to say, though. So I just wanted to say that my slab has what's the word, yo?
Yeah.
What my slab
Park.
does?
Park the court, nigga.
Jay,
Park
the
the slab, y'all.
Don't hit the curb. Don't hit the curb.
Look, say it like doing LA niggas, man. Pork the court.
That's how they talk. Oh Lord, did you see this hat that's being pointed at? I'm just gonna say
right there.
Yeah, he turned to the back. He got the embroidery on the back. You know what? Hey, I learn something every day. Thank you, TB. Listen, I learn something every day. Thank you. Yeah, man.
Right, so I just wanted to throw that in there, y'all.
Uh-oh. Is it time to put the people to bed and let the big man come through?
Huh? You see
what?
Huh?
Come on, man.
Put the kids to sleep.
Hey.
It's Yogi locker room time.
Hey, big boy is coming.
That's it, Yogi. Run it, Yogi.
Y'all ready for me?
Go, man, it's your world. I am a squirrel.
So first off, I'm gonna put that banner on now because I'm putting it for a reason.
Oh, goddamn. We going back there.
Hey, hold up, though. Let me drop my phone and then respond. All right?
Okay.
Welcome to the world, little cowboy.
Oh, hell no. Not the Cowboys.
Whoa. Hey.
What the?
Say, man. Say. Hey, yo. Hey.
Oh,
hey, man. Leave them Cowboys alone, man. Man, leave them Cowboys alone, man.
You should have bought them on the screen.
The amount of cowboy disrespect is unbelievable.
Welcome to the world, little cowboy.
Oh, hell no. Not the Cowboys.
Whoa. Hey. What the?
Listen.
That shit funny.
I think the baby got more sense than the parents.
That's
Absolutely.
crazy.
At that age.
That's
That's a
crazy.
listen, man.
The delusion is
God,
real.
hey, they gonna win the Super Bowl. You talk to a Cowboy fan, I guarantee you they tell you
Every
that.
year. Beginning of the
Yeah,
season, every year.
every year.
All
You got
right,
something
so
for us, Yogi?
man, it ain't no video to it, man. It's more of a talking point, man. But
Okay.
I've had several conversations with friends, co-workers of mine, you know what I'm saying? Just in, you know what I'm saying, a little basic talk, right? So the majority of the dudes I talk to is they married, right? They on y'all train. Yo, you need to get married. I ain't trying to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? The one thing that I hear common in them is the fact that when before you with your woman, right? Y'all doing the boyfriend girlfriend thing before y'all get married, right? So before that time comes, there's a point when y'all boyfriend girlfriend, y'all doing everything, you getting everything you want about this woman, right? But then when you get married, all of it stops. It's like a sense of I didn't got this nigga. I ain't got to do all this shit no more, right? I just wanted to know what the fellas thought about that.
That's a great question, man.
Oh, hey, hold on, y'all. Can 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 I flaunt my talents a little bit at
Let's do
South
it.
Beach?
Let's
That's why
do it.
this book was invented right here, Yogi, that y'all don't have yet. Listen. Authored by me. See now what you asking is what I go into great detail about. Once you meet a woman, I learned this. That's why the book, because I want to get married. I wrote this book as a help guide to me and women so they could understand. When I meet a woman and we date and she's my girlfriend, we are friends. We do everything together. We talk. The respect is all there. But once you marry her, she tells you, I'm not your girlfriend. I'm your wife. And in a man's mind, I don't know about y'all, I'm like, where my girlfriend at? I still want my girlfriend. The girl I married was this one. I didn't marry my wife. You married your girlfriend. Now you got to learn your wife. I'm just telling you, that's just the role they play. That's why I say every man needs three women because you have the girlfriend, you have the wife, and then you have the lover. So some things men do sexually, they might not do with their wife. They may do it with their girlfriend. I don't know why. I'm just saying that's where this here came up. It's a theory more than just a book. So and I have people to challenge it, but you can't beat it because it's the truth. I feel. Anyway, when a woman becomes your wife, she's no longer your girlfriend, she feels. And she has to understand, yes, you are. You're still my girlfriend. You're still my friend. We still gonna go out on dates. We still gonna do this. But we get comfortable and take that away. That's why you were saying you get all this in the beginning and not now that she didn't got the cow and the milk, she don't have to do nothing now. You know what I'm saying? She a wife. I'm tired. I've been doing. No. You still my girlfriend. The shit that got me here is what's gonna keep me here.
Mhm.
So it's just communications with your mate. Let them understand because it took me to understand that from talking to girls. Because every girl I talk to say, "Oh, when I'm his wife, I'm not his girlfriend no more. I ain't his girlfriend. I'm his wife. He better go find his. I'm not his girlfriend." And I'm
But
like, "Yes, you are. You still his girlfriend." Because that's who you marry. You marry your girlfriend. You don't marry your wife. She become your wife after you marry her, but she your girlfriend to that point. Once you
yeah,
give her
but
your daddy name and that blood on your daddy name, she becomes a whole different character.
yeah, but like, is that like an excuse though?
I
You know what I'm
don't know.
saying?
I'm
Because
just, I'm
I'm
not married.
telling you,
I'm just saying from the outside looking in. I'm not married, and I just tell you what women was telling me. That's why, you know, I
because
asked them.
there's a lot of reasons why. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say a lot because it's really not a lot, but there's reasons why I haven't I haven't went that far in my life yet. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
like I'm not gonna lie, this is one of them things. Like I don't. It's the fear of marrying the wrong person. It's the fear of all right, I'm getting everything up out of you at first, but then when I put that ring on you, it's a whole nother thing. That's the kind of shit that gives me reservations. You know what I'm saying about marriage. You know what I'm saying? But T dot quality, what you got?
Um, yeah. So in our circumstance, we didn't take the modern, I guess, n- typical route. Like we dated for marriage. And what I mean by that is, and I'm being, I'm sure y'all all got access to my Instagram, man. You if you scroll back a few, I actually when we on our honeymoon, I made this video, but bro, we had mutual friends, and we formally met in October of 2017. By December of 2017, we was already engaged. We was married July 2018, and we've been married since over 7 years at this point, right? So our route wasn't a traditional route, and we didn't engage ourselves in husband and wife activities before we got married. We didn't move in together until we got married.
What?
Just that we didn't.
Mm.
We didn't.
It worked
We
though?
didn't. We still
No,
married though.
I'm not that way. I'm saying the mentality of saying it, what it worked. Just saying, hey, we're gonna wait.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Because so, and maybe it's my
You
parents,
discipline. Yeah, you
my
discipline.
parents, my parents got married. My mother, like I said, my biological father was in the streets. So my mother left. She was 20 years old. She left LA, moved to Killeen, Texas. I was still in diapers. And long story short, she met who was my stepfather. I don't like calling him now, I'm just distinguishing my
Yeah.
stepfather. She met him. 3 months later, they got married, and they just made 40 years of marriage.
Oh,
Um, so a lot of the times, I think what happens is this is just my opinion. I think people marry for the wrong reason. I think they're looking for the
uh-huh.
wrong. They looking I think a lot of it is based off of not in every case, but I think it has a lot to do with how it's perceived in television and movies. Like you searching for a certain feel. You want a certain feel to say yeah, but hey man, when you know, you know.
You do.
As a man, when you know, you know. As far as men, we know a lot faster than a woman would know. We know really fast whether or not we want to marry this woman or not. Once you know, you gonna know. It's not like whether she can say something a certain way, look at you a certain way, the way you see her move. It could be something real small, but like, yeah, that's my wife right there. You already just know.
Mm.
So what I think happens is a lot of the times people find reasons to not get married because they'll feel like, man, I really want to marry her, but let me figure out why not. Because you thinking in your mind something gonna happen and it's gonna change my mind. And the way I look at it is like this: it take a lifetime to get to know somebody. It's gonna take a lifetime. You gonna go through things. You both are two separate people. You experience the life. You go through your trials and tribulations. You gotta adjust for each other along the way, and that's what love is, in my opinion. It's an action. When you love somebody, you do the work to make sure y'all work out with each other. All the foundations, the morals, ethics, spirituality, life goals, legacy you want to build, outlook on life, whether you want to have children or not. Those are the most important pillars. If somebody got bad character, that may not be your one right there. They got good character, good morals, good upbringing, know how to handle stress a certain way. Why not? It's a risk. Yo, it's a risk. Don't get me wrong. It's gonna be a risk. Life is risky. You know what I'm saying? But
For
you
sure.
make commitments. You make your commitment. That person make their commitment. Y'all stand by those commitments, and you do life together. You know what I'm saying? So my perspective is a little bit different, and I understand we didn't do the boyfriend girlfriend thing. We just didn't. That wasn't our route. You know what I'm saying? Like in our eyes, that was going to diminish what we were trying to accomplish. Um, and I guess it helped that we was a little older. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe that played this role in it. But yeah, man. So I understand. I definitely understand what you're saying, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's some apprehensions, but man, like we said before, you really ain't never gonna be ready in a sense. You just gotta take the leap and go and do it.
Let me ask you something, T Ben. Was when you did it, was you ready for marriage? Was you already contemplating it when you said, let's do this here? That was just something that you
Yeah.
came up with. I'm
No,
saying,
like I wanted to be married.
if it wasn't her, would you have took the same route with whoever you was dating about, dating for marriage, not doing that? Any girl you was gonna
So
date at that time, would you have took that route, or was that just the route you took with your wife?
that's a great question. So this is and I've explained this to a few people, not a whole bunch, but people who were there saw it happen. So I was dating someone, and we was coming up on 3 years, and it was just the traditional route. You date for all this time, and I'm waiting on something to happen where I feel like this gonna be the one, and in my mind I'm like, okay, I ain't got that feeling. I ain't got that feeling yet. I ain't got that feeling yet. And then I was invited to for Thanksgiving to meet her family, and I realized, I said, you know what? I'm about to go meet her grandmother, her uncles, cousins, siblings, family, and that's a serious thing. And I said, man, but I don't see myself marrying her. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't see it, and I broke up with her. It wasn't no
Okay.
beef. That was a tough breakup. It was tough because we weren't arguing. It wasn't like we was at each other's throat. I just felt like, hey, man, if I don't if this is not the person I think that I'm gonna marry, I can't go sit up and talk to her grandma and they asking me these questions and with the family and I'm sitting here acting like, yeah, man, I don't really feel that way. So um during that time, I had seen a few things and I'm like, about dating for marriage. And I'm like, you know what, man, like that feeling, like I'm getting older. Um that I realized, that feeling of that butterfly feeling, I know that's gonna fade from the moment you first meet somebody to a year, 2, 3, 4 years later. That's not the same feeling, you know what I'm saying? So I know it's a temporary feeling. It's like you in that infatuation stage. But like when it get down to like the nitty gritty part about it, I see my parents go through the ups and downs. I said that's just a natural part of marriage, you know what I'm saying? And so my wife, it played a role because we both had the same mentality at that point, so that helped out. It wasn't like one thought this way. We both had that mentality.
Since we on the panel with two married guys, can I talk to Quality, my brother? I just want. What about you? What your approach to marriage, was it traditional? Necessity, love, what? Because you know what? I'm still dumb because I haven't been married. I really want to marry for love. I don't. I want to love her. I want to be in love when I get married. I don't want to like. I don't want to figure it out. I love this woman. I'm married. I want that feeling. You know what I'm trying to say? So I was just asking, Quality,
So
in
for me,
marriage, is it? Yeah, yeah. Was it hard? Is it? How did you look at it? How you get to this point? Where was it?
and this is gonna be a little hard to admit, y'all, but I'm gonna honestly say I probably love easy. So
Okay,
meaning that
okay,
whomever I'm with, I'm gonna take a very strong liking to them or trying to better that person. But in my particular situation, my wife was the one that showed me she was my wife. She showed it to me.
okay,
She
okay.
the way she upgraded me, she made me a better person. And I was a terrible person from the jump. So I knew that I needed some changes. You know what, Yogi? Make another goddamn face, and I'm gonna have to punch you in it.
See
All right.
there? See,
Bro, I ain't even say shit. I'm just listening
see,
to the soliloquy,
see,
nigga.
see.
But I was in a bad place when when I first
Yeah.
got with her, and she didn't run from it. She stood right there. She down there was like, I'm gonna hold your hand and walk you through it. And that right there let me know she was wife material. Now, but now let's that's for that part right there. That's how I knew that one was the one that I was going to marry because of, she was there
Yeah.
when it wasn't good. It wasn't good. See, it got greater later, but when it was times when it wasn't good, and she never folded. She never ran. She literally took the
Better or
hit.
worse? Better
Yeah,
or worse?
that's it right there. And if you can care for me at that point, then I know that you here for the long haul. So that's kind of how me and her got to our years of being together. But we do have some disagreements, a bunch of them, and some
Oh
of them
yeah, yeah. Oh, that's
I'm
not.
finna point them out to you right now. Some of them because there are some comments right now that are being made that let me see. Let me get up here to them. Well, let's not even go there. Let's just do it this way. Yogi said that women tend to change, right, when they get married. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, my wife changed a lot. Before we got married, she was I'm gonna bring you the plate, I'm gonna do everything, all that there. And I'm one of these people, I'm big on this. Don't fake in the beginning, because then there's an expectation towards the later years of it. I'm gonna expect those things that you did at the beginning. She doesn't make those plates all the time. She don't get up and cook all the time no more. She's older and she's tired. She's, and me, I'm not complaining about those things. I'm actually understanding of it. She's older. She's tired. She done raised all these children. She done took half the time when I'm driving trucks and I'm gone out of town. She been taking care of the whole household. I can't expect her to do what she did when she was young. And so, Yogi, that's my point that I'm trying to say to you. You can't expect for her to be the same person she was when she was younger. Everybody gets tired. You gonna get tired. It's gonna be some things that you don't do that you used to do back in the day. You might have been able to spin from the ceiling fan when y'all was having y'all nights. You ain't gonna be able to do that no more once you get a certain age.
Nigga, I never spun from a ceiling fan. Nigga, I'm 330.
Okay.
Hey,
I think you know
you're like fella, like
you're not the same
Slim.
person. You're not the same person that you are when you was a young man. And I'm big on this right here, and that's how I was going to address the comments. One of the comments were based on men need to do this and do that, and I'm like, see, there go that same little thing that we was talking about earlier, to where soon as we said that, it became a thing where women now turned into, well, men don't do this, and there you go. It turned into this. That's not what we were talking about. That's not the direction that we were going. And that's how easily it is for us to slip off of the tracks and then go over to that particular negative part of the situation. That's not where we're at. I ain't gonna be negative. I'm gonna be more understanding. God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Sometimes it's best to shut that mouth and just use these 2. Because once you do that, you can now get an understanding of what it is that this person is telling you. So don't look at it as they got to be the same person. And most importantly, don't come in being somebody that you're not going to be. So if this ain't who you is from the jump, don't come in here faking it right now, because once you fake it, then it becomes an expectation. Don't fake it. Be exactly who you gonna be from the jump. That way, ain't no expectations of. It ain't hard for me to be me. That's not hard, but it's hard for me to be somebody that I tried to think, or I wanted you to think I was. That's hard for me to keep that up, because that's not me. But me, if I eat a lot of food and fall asleep on the couch, well, then I'm gonna continue to do that for the rest of my dang on life. I ain't gonna change that. That's just who I am. So that's what I mean by don't change who you are to accommodate a person. That's for men and women. Don't change. If you ain't the cooking girl or whatever like that, now I ain't saying you don't need to know these things, but maybe he can cook. So it's compromising. Everybody got to compromise. I might be a better cooker than her, so I'll get in the kitchen and cook. So that's my slab. I didn't park it, but yeah, that's what I mean. Don't look for the change. Bows out, baby. Bows out.
Man, I want to just make a point think about this too. There was a point in time, decades ago, where when a man approached a woman, the understanding was like he was going to court her to be married. And at that point in time, of course, it was how she carried herself, the way she looked. Nowadays, you got social media. You can kind of see how people are well before you can.
You break it up a little bit, T-Man. We'll get to you. Hey.
I put the comment up there, Rich, right there. That comment right there.
What is that? I'm going to say.
He is not your husband, so why sleep with him? Fix his plate. Allow him to drive your car. Allow him to move in. See, that right there.
Can I say this, though?
That's this here.
No, but when that happens because As humans, we want companionship. And a puppy and a kitty cat won't get it done all the time. You want a human. So a good time could turn into something that could be a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? I got 3 kids off a good time for a lifetime. You know what I'm trying to say? But when you meet somebody, you meet them to date and just do it. You don't meet them to say, "Ooh," that's not why I asked you straight up, TB. Was you dating to get married? You know what I'm saying? Because
I
I have
was for
never.
my wife. I
I
was
know that's good. I know what I'm saying, but for me, I have never dated to get married. You know what
right.
I'm saying? And I recently, I'm talking about a couple of years, finally ran into a woman. And what I mean by that, I met somebody who cared about my well-being. I had never had nobody care about my well-being. You ate today? You took your medicine? Did you walk? How many steps you got? You know what I'm saying? You made
Yeah.
your bed. I'm like, you care about me. You ain't asking me about nothing I got. You asking me about me. So that's what sparked me when I say, okay, this one, when the dude say she for me, I understand now because I was with somebody like 18 years and they wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I
It
mean,
was
how
good.
do you
It,
go? How you go 18 years and somebody? I'm just curious. How do you go past? At what point you say, okay, this not person not for me, and how much longer did you decide to stick it out? That's my first part, and my second part is if kind of like what Quality was saying, like as you go through life, people change, and it's a certain level of grace that I think we have to extend to each other to allow people either to come back to a point or to give some opportunity to correct. And sometimes you may not get it until death. You know what I'm saying? It's to
Mhm.
death do you part. And so you might
yeah,
not get everything you want, but they was trying. I'm just curious, like how long did it take for you to realize that person's not for you if y'all was together for like almost 2 decades?
can I tell you this, T-Ben? I didn't make that choice.
Okay.
This a safe space. We don't judge.
Right.
Right.
I'm being real. I'm being real now. I didn't choose to leave my family. My son, my step baby, I
Gotcha.
raised and I brought that up. Now what happened is like Quality just said. I met her and I was at the top of my game on hustling and all this here. And she loved that. Okay. When we got to be a family within 10 years, you might need to try something else. So I went to driving forklifts, got me a job. I wasn't doughboy no more. I didn't have my trap over there. I hear, I don't, this boring. I'm not happy. Huh?
Mm,
So you want me to be a
yeah.
D boy? But and I told her, you fell in love with a D boy that was this nigga that now I'm coming home every day, wanting to play the food, cutting the yard, taking the kids to football. I'm not the street dude, you know. You used to have to find me. What time you coming in? Where you at? I'm at the spot, man. I'll be there when I get. It was lovely then, you know what I'm saying, with the drum.
Mm.
But when it was just all good and mellow and tone, you know, I think she regretted now because she talked about it, but that grass ain't greener. And you
Ain't
at
that
work all day on Facebook and niggas doing this and niggas, I guess you felt some kind of way. She forgot who the star was. It was me, but I didn't trip.
ain't that
I
crazy
kept
though?
moving.
But
That was crazy
ain't
though.
that
And and,
crazy?
and the thing about it is, I told her, you gave me 18 years of your life. I raised you from 20 years old till you was 40 something. You've been with me, and you saying about face now? Okay, cool. I'm cool. I'm a man. I'd have stuck that out. I'd have stuck through it. I'd have figured out the problem. I'd have, whatever. But I wasn't gonna leave. That was my thing.
I've
But
been
if
down that
like
lane. Oh,
I tell people, if I'm not wanted, I gotta go. You know what I'm trying to say? And I had the resources to go, and I left. And it wasn't a bad. And listen, me and her cool as hell now. We got a son. I'm talking. We like this. We better friends now that we not in a relationship than we was in a relationship. And that's why I was saying when she was my girlfriend, we was out when we got in the house together and did the marriage thing. You know, the only
Yeah,
thing we
maybe,
didn't
maybe
do
she
was
didn't
get the
want a husband.
paperwork.
Maybe she didn't want a husband.
Can I say this? Maybe I wasn't the husband she wanted. She probably, because I'm gonna tell you something. Women know who they love and who they want. Because the one I told you that care about my well-being, fellas, I had seen her in 15, 20 years. We met at a funeral. She came to support me at one of my family members' funeral. We just started talking. But we dated all through high school, after high school, and everything. She looked me in my face and say, I was married, I got a divorce, and all I ever wanted was to be with you. She said, when you ran across the parking lot and gave me your gun, that night I told my homegirl, that's my husband, that's my man. And we was 18. Just 30 years later, she telling me this. So women have this fantasy of who they want in their mind. You know what I'm trying to say? So you can be with a woman all this time and and another nigga is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, maybe that happened to me. Maybe another, she didn't see her life with me. She saw some of it with me, but at the end, she like, nah, I won't be with this nigga. I'm gonna be with somebody else. You know, so I expect that. You know, I don't fight to stay nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand my value and my worth as a man. And I know what I bring
Yeah.
to the table. You know what I'm trying to say? If it ain't no table, I go cut a tree down and make a motherfucking table. So
Mhm.
on that part, I'm assured about me. I didn't break down and cry and sad about it. Next one up. Next one up. Let's go. Let's go. I got more experience and everything now. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm more settled. So I told her, you got me prepared for this girl that I might marry, you know. So I told her, thank you. And she looked at me crazy as hell. But I was a family guy. I slowed down. I got used to, not being wild and in the streets. And I loved it. And you snatched it away. And I kept it though. I haven't been back wild. I raised my daughter. She's 16. I took my kids and brought them with me and made another family, a whole nother house, and I'm going. But sometimes people just want out of shit for no reason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wasn't abusive. If you talk to, I ain't never hit her, never did none of that. That ain't me. It was just she just said,
Was y'all married, Rich?
no, we was just together for that long, man. We didn't get. That's
Hey,
the point.
yeah.
I'm
Hey.
like, why we never got married? I'm like, one day she just said, never wake up and say, hey, you know what? Let's go get married. I would have said yes.
Well,
I
wait a
would have
minute.
said
Why she had to
yes.
say that to you, Rich? I'm curious. Why you ain't say that to her?
Because if I'd have felt it, we'd have done it.
Okay.
You understand what I'm
Okay.
trying to say?
Yeah.
So when
Yeah.
she came at the end of the relationship and say, I'm not happy, I'm like, I understand. Because,
Mm.
like I said, you know who wants you. I didn't been with enough women so I know who want me. You know what I'm trying to say? She wanted me because I was the best thing for her situation at the time. Now,
Mm.
I'm not saying she don't love me. I'm not saying she don't. I'm just saying I'm not the guy she see going in the castle and the dream and the pumpkin turning back in 12. I wasn't him. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm him for somebody else, but I wasn't him for her. You know what I'm saying? But that's just life, man. Hey, life be life.
So do
I
y'all
don't I
think
don't
do y'all think love is enough?
it,
You know, I'm gonna ask that to
no,
Quality
no,
because you
no,
married. Do you think love is
no,
enough,
no.
Quality, to get married?
That's a
Yes,
good
I do.
question. That's a good question. And let me tell you why. Because there are going to be days in a marriage where you may not love her as much as you think because of the things that y'all go through as far as maybe ups and downs and things like that. But you do love her. Don't take that. Don't take the word and mix it up a little bit. You love her. But there are going to be times when she's going to challenge that love. It's going to be challenged. Go ahead, Rich.
She loved me, but she wasn't in love with me. Is that fair?
That's it right there. That's
Is
it.
that
That's
fair?
kind of where I'm
Y'all
going with it.
understand? She loved me, but she wasn't in love with me. Remember, I told you the other girl said, I always knew you was gonna be my husband. I always wanted you. She has been in love. She is in love with me. She don't love me. She in love with me. And the girl I was with for all those years, she loved me and was there out of loyalty, but she fell out of love. She wasn't in love with
Was
me no
she
more.
was she was she in love with you or in love with what you did for her?
That's listen, because we have a child, I never looked at that part of it. Because I didn't want to look at my child's mother a certain way because I could be an ornery old guy. You know what I'm saying? I can hold a little resentment. So I never looked at it like that. Even when we had a falling out, I look at her or the women, they got to do what they got to do to survive when we're not there. So they go into survival mode. I don't judge them for that. But like I said, yeah, I think it was all situational. You know what I'm trying to say? And her look, and it was like her little friend group and my little friend group, and on that side in the streets, she saw who I was and what it was, and it was, I was definitely older than her. You know what I'm saying? So we would, we linked up, had my son and everything, but yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy for me. So I learned though. I just learned. I roll with it, man. That's why I say I look for somebody who love me and care about me. That's how I go. Fuck
I
that.
feel that's the deal with me. Like I say my wife was really good for me as far as the way she lifted me and made me a better person. But that kind of it piggybacks to the fact of why you love her. See, like some people will hear that and they'll be like, "Oh, well, that's the only reason why you married her because she lifted you up." No, that
No,
made me love her because she
that's
did that.
part of it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
she didn't have to do those things. She didn't have to sit there with me. She didn't have to walk me
Nah.
through these bad times and all that I was going
Uh,
through. She stood there like a soldier, did not frown, did not flinch, did not do nothing. She stood there. For that, I can't lie. That I developed a different type of love for her because she did those things. When you know a woman is on your side, even when you ain't nothing, I guess you could say, then it hits a little different when you become something. Because now I'm on her side now. And you notice how you said, Rich, that woman was the woman that made that choice not to be married and all that there.
uh-huh.
That's
Uh-huh.
typically that's typically going to be a woman's decision. Most men, if we feel that this woman is right for us, we okay with it, no matter what the situation is. Now we have to wait for her to determine whether or not she wants to be with this particular type of man. Like you said, her vision of what she wants the man to be could be all over the place. It could be all over the place because that's how women are. Men don't have that type of expectation for that woman. We don't have that because we are the providers. We are the only thing this woman is really going to do for us is nurture and help us be that rib that she's supposed to be for us. But we're going to pretty much do everything. So our stipulations for what she has to be don't reach this high. But for a
I just
woman,
need,
hers are going to reach that high. Ours are going to be down here somewhere. We don't. It's not much more.
and I told I used to tell her, it ain't nothing about you that I like. I like you because you mine. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm trying to say? A man just want his own. And that's
That's
what I felt you was. But when you want your freedom and you didn't want to be around, you have to let him go. Hey, before we go off tonight, I got one question I want to ask y'all. It don't have nothing to do with nothing, but I saw it and I just want to know the people that I'm on the panel with by the way y'all answer this question. Right quick. I don't mean to change gears, but right quick before we go. I watched Storage Wars. If y'all ever seen that show where they buy
I
the
saw it.
storage lots or whatever, one dude bought a storage and it had a safe in it. I think Daddy Dan, one of them guys,
I think I know the
and he
episode you're
could,
talking about.
yeah,
Yeah.
he couldn't get this. Well, this was on. This is a big thing right here. They were talking about.
Mhm.
He didn't get it open for a couple of weeks, a month. He finally got it open, and
Excuse
guess what? It was $7.5 million in there. Right? So he didn't got it. I guess he was bragging that he found it. The storage place that he bought it from sent him a letter and say, "Bring the money back, and we'll
Shit.
give you 600,000 reward." He
Shit.
said no. They offered him 1.5, and he took them the rest of the money. He kept 1.5 and took them the rest of the money. My question to my panel, my fellas that I'm riding with, and I asked one at a time: quality, would you kept the money or would you took the deal? Now, a little backhash. You don't have to get them the money because they went to the court of law, said when they sell that storage,
That's
It
everything
belongs to
in
you.
his.
there is
That's
yours. You don't have
his.
to
Yep.
negotiate with nobody. So once again, I didn't ask a couple of people outside of us this, and I got answers I didn't think I'd get. Would you turn it in quality and take the 1.5 million, or would you keep the 7.5?
I take the 1.5 and turn it in.
I knew it. Keep on. Come on, Yogi.
Nigga, you know my
Don't
answer.
be honest, Yogi.
Y'all know me. Y'all know my answer, nigga. I'm keeping all of that. That's me.
I'm
paid
with
for
you.
that
Keep going.
storage.
T-Ben, please come through for me. Tell me what you would have done.
I got two questions first. Well, one question.
Okay.
Hold on. Why did the storage place asking to bring the money back?
Because it
We don't
belonged to
know.
somebody. I believe I'm assuming it belonged to somebody.
I think they sold 7.5 and they missed out on it and they like, fuck that. Bring that back. We ain't trying to get that much away. I don't know. They didn't give a reason. The dude just said he got a letter from the storage company he got it from, lawyer saying bring that money back. But they didn't get no stipulations.
So this is why I'm saying it, because if the storage place is saying, hey, bring it back because we want it, I'm keeping it. If the storage say, hey, bring it back because the owner say, hey, man, this was in that storage unit, I'm gonna take the cut, then bring the rest of them back. That's what I'm gonna do. So it depends on why they're asking for it.
Okay, back to Yogi.
So in Storage Wars, they are beating off the storages that motherfuckers left. They didn't pay their notes or whatever the business is. So when they get to that point in that storage and they started beating your shit, you fucked up there. I'm not taking nothing back. That's me. I bought that storage. That's mine. I'm on the island somewhere, brother. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Now I'm gonna answer too. Let me say this, y'all. This is another gray hair for me. I would have kept it, but the caveat to this is nobody knew I had it. Only person would have knew some money was in there was the dude that opened the safe for me, and I'd have paid him pretty decent. I'd have gave him a nice tip.
For him
You know what I'm saying? He went back and told him, y'all, I found 7 million the thing. That sparked him to say, give me that money back. You know what I'm trying to say? So quality, why would you give it back? I know you got morals and values, so I just really want to hear, why would you give it back?
It's gonna be more because I would have thought, and it goes back to what T-Ben said, for the right reason. Because now I'm thinking if the storage place was the one that's asking for the money, I'm with T-Ben. I think I'm leaning more to keeping it. But if I thought that there was a family in need or something of that nature, then yes, I'm going to give it back to them. And I'm cool with the reward. Whatever the reward is, I can make that whatever they had in that storage.
Let me help you out. And I'm all the way with you. Ain't no wrong answer. Ain't no right. I just like to know who I'm with. You right about that. You right about that. But me, my thinking, if you could forget $7.5 million, either you dead or you got another 7.5 million somewhere else. And guess what?
Nigga.
What I hate to tell y'all this, and I'm not being religious. If I wasn't, when I saw that money, I told him, won't he do it? Won't he do it? Thank you, Jesus. Won't he do it? Won't he do it?
Hey, Rich,
I started dancing on there. I called the Holy Ghost. Won't he do it? God
See, I
damn
got
it.
a problem. See, I start overthinking. I'm thinking, am I getting set up? I'm like, is somebody trying to come? Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? This is a little too like, what's going on here?
Hey, T-Ben, these niggas done told me when I asked that question, say that might have been the mafia money. They gonna come and kill you.
That's what
You
I'm
better
saying.
See,
Like, that's what I'm saying.
I'm like, ain't nobody gonna know I got this storage and this money.
They do, but they do know because they called you about it.
That's because he said something.
Because he told them. He put it out as a big
He
story.
didn't
Like
say nothing about it. They wouldn't be sending him
the
no
story.
letter.
This is how the story went. The largest find in storage war history was the 7.5. He broke a record. Like that's the most somebody ever found. So that's what he was getting notoriety on that. And while he was getting the notoriety and people was bigging him up, the company sending the lawyer sending letters like, hold on now, hold on. So he did what y'all said. He dropped that. He took the 1.5 and gave them the rest. I wouldn't even had no conversation.
Hey, but Rich.
I would have been in Switzerland somewhere.
Look at it this way, Rich. Did you have 1.5 the day before?
See, I
got
got
7.5 the day before neither, nigga.
Let me help y'all. Let me tell you who you're on the panel with. I'm fucked up. If I didn't see the 7.5, I'm fucked up. I saw 7.5. Ain't no way I'm finna reduce that to 1.5. No, God wanted me to have 7.5.
And then T.
Now I'm
I
a
didn't
bless a
have
bunch of
7.
people, but I need mine.
I
Shit, yeah.
didn't have 7.5 the day before neither, nigga. I'm shit.
That's it.
Take
Yeah.
Hey, but then on
You
the
do.
other side, if I would have left 7.5, I would assume never they ain't bringing that back to me, man. They like, why would they? I'm thinking myself, I'm so dumb for leaving that amount of money. I lost
How
that money. That's what I'd have been thinking. I lost that money.
T-Man,
That's what I'd have been thinking.
how comfortable would you be to put 7.5 in the
In the storage.
unsecured storage and forget about it or die or whatever? That's for
Goddamn
me. That's
TV.
a
If I
Damn,
blessing.
yeah,
got
See,
7.5
I'm
in the
that's
thinking
a
storage, I'm
they
blessing.
taking that
they
motherfucker.
That's a blessing right
but
there.
see, I'm thinking if you to have 7.5 in the storage unit, you hiding that money.
Mm-hmm.
You
But
hiding
you
that
wouldn't
money.
pay the store.
That's not
Gotta be
legitimate
wrapped
money.
out.
Hey, listen. And the storage thing sold by $500 or $600. That's it. What I'm getting at is, if you got
That's crazy.
7.5 in there, you
No,
got
I hear
enough money
you.
to pay that. I would pay that storage
Yeah,
up. If I was going
For
to
two
prison, I
years.
pay it up for 20
3
years. No,
years.
yeah,
20
I hear
years.
you.
I pay it, man. Here go $50,000 for my
Yeah.
storage. When I come out, I want my change.
I want my
Now, if I
shit right
use it
there.
all up, it's good. But right now,
Yeah,
that's
I hear
it.
you.
Hold it down. Yeah, that's because we don't have no money. We watch all our pennies. So, like I say, that could have been from a robbery, a hit. That could have been from anything that hid that money. Because I don't know nobody to leave that money like that. But morally, I just like to see where people at. I know my morals was fucked up because I'm with Yogi. I'm keeping that. God bless me with it. I'm going straight down the Jesus train. God bless me with it. Won't he do it? Hallelujah. I start talking in tongues. Leave me alone. I got it. 7.5? What?
Yes,
Hey,
What?
sir.
Bobby. Hey. That is a great way to end the night, y'all. Because I can't lie. We
Yeah,
going
man.
overtime right now. So we gotta
Yeah,
go
no, we
stop.
did good. I had that question. I had
That's
it
a good
last week. I
question, though,
wanted to
Rich.
ask. It was on my heart.
Yeah,
But yeah.
that's a good one.
Hi,
That's
hey,
a good one.
hey, y'all. Once again, we done
Hey,
made it. Episode
since
2.
I ain't get to say it in the beginning, man, keep calm. Fuck with a fat boy, huh?
That
Hey.
is. You see what I'm talking about? Hey, listen. Hey, we are here. I hope you enjoyed our show. I'm speaking for the fellas right now. Anything we said, we're not giving you no advice. We're not doctors. We're not lawyers. We're not
Absolutely.
trying to advise you how to live. We just purely having grown folk conversation with a side of commentary from us and our opinions. Hope you enjoy. Hope you watch again. The second episode, the third one going to be even better.
Even
Uh,
better.
Fellas, y'all got anything to say before we leave tonight? Because
I'm sleepy.
I think I love it. You sleepy? I'm with you.
Oh
I'm
man,
sleepy and
we
hungry.
ain't worry
We
about him
here.
and his bull crap. I'm finna hit him with that
Yeah.
Quality, you got
outro.
anything to say before you go out? You got anything you want to say before we get out?
I'm
Quality.
good. I'm good. I'm finna hit him with this outro and we
TB,
out of here.
you got it? You good, TB? You got anything you want
Everybody
to say
good?
before we
No,
leave
just
the
hey,
neighborhood?
just peace and blessings. Peace
Yes,
and
sir.
blessings.
That's it. Hey, good
Hey,
And
energy,
we
good vibes, man. Hey,
and we
y'all
out.
go do what? Hey, y'all do something safe tonight. Don't do what I'm gonna do. Yes, sir.
on that note,
And
this is
we
what you
out.
gonna get.
All right. Peace.
Thanks for joining the H-Town Bayou City podcast. Be sure to like, share, and follow, and we'll catch you on the next episode.
Good night, everybody.
All right,
All right.
y'all.
Bye.
Great show, fellas.
All right.
Awesome.
Appreciate it. Thank you.